Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Today, my name is Sensei Suplex and my cab is actually fucking frozen. Hold on. Ha! Ha! There we go. How's it going everybody? Hope you guys are ready for an awesome stream today as we have the likes of 7 souls coming at each and every single one of you. This is going to be the return of Soulbound as we have been on a hiatus for the past 2 weeks, but we are back, we're ready for some action, and we are ready to continue our grand old adventure. So, a couple of things, quick announcements, nothing too crazy. I remember that you guys can catch, if you're not able to necessarily watch this session right now, you can always go to YouTube and go check out the VOD later. Also, we're going to have Secrets in the Sands tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So, if you ever want to check that out, be sure to do so. Last but not least, any subs, any follows, raids, all that sort of stuff, it's much appreciated, but I will not be necessarily being able to pay too much attention to them. So hey, if you do it, thank you. I'll try to thank you at the end of it, but my main focus is going to be on the game. That said, that is all I got. So let's get started. Let's go jump into the game and let's go swap overlays. Boop. All right. Yellow. There we go. Okay, dokie. So, everybody is loaded into Foundry, correct? Alright, cool. Yeah, we don't want that. Alright, let me get this last thing up. Alright, everybody, you know the dealio. It's been a while. But here we are, back and at it. Let's go and let's pick up exactly where we left off, adventurers. And let's start with the usual tradition. Oh dear God, no. Alright, let's do this. So, adventurers, if you could all gather round the table, and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these band of survivors. For this is the tale of the corruption within, and that of an everlasting frost. For this is the infamous tale of the 7 souls. We'd return to the likes of our heroes as they'd be found in the likes of hell after a long-fought battle. Our heroes would reconvene and begin to discuss what their future had in store for them. And as they prepared to traverse this living wasteland, Ulf, the Oculi Paladin, would come up with an idea to train in the arena of the gods with the Keepers, about to use to grow in strength, camaraderie, and strategy for the future. And with that, the heroes would stand tall in the arena of the gods as they take on hellish cackler demons and devils, and even an oversized boulette with a fiendish take. The 7 souls would destroy their enemies as they planned on how to conquer any more in the future. And with that, prepare to return back to the likes of hell for a grand adventure, seeking to find lost loved ones. However, not before seeking the audience with the divine deity for the path of redemption. What lies in store for our heroes? Well, we'll have to find out on session 26 of Soulbound, the 7 souls. With that, my friends, we pick back up exactly where we left off, as let me change maps for you. Bam, bam, bam. And we are picking it up directly in the Arena of the Gods. Alright, here we go, and I'm going to activate that. And also I can preload every other map in the meantime. So, alright. And I want this. With that, I'm gonna close this. So, as you all look around and about, you find yourselves in the arena of the gods. It seems to be you can hear the chanting, the screaming of multiple individual spirits and souls chanting your names, chanting for the 7 souls and more, as you're able to slay each and every one of the beast. You see, as a couple of you are a little bit more injured than others, but regardless, you all are alive and well. However, you will notice Ulf as Zappy is knocked completely unconscious from the bouts that they were a part of. As this is sort of happening, go ahead. Well, yeah, they're still unconscious though. Unless are you talking about did you heal them? Oh, okay. Do you remember how much you healed him for, or like what you kind of threw at him? If it was like a lay on hands or cure wounds? That's fine. Just tell me roughly how much you would probably give them, and we can go from there. You got it. So that would be 10 HP for Zappy. Yeah, 10 HP. You'll look over, and as you begin to heal up the likes of Zappy, you see as he kind of just, not necessarily flips up, but he'll begin to just jump up and begins to look over towards you, bark, licks your face, and then just jumps and does a backflip before teleporting all left, right, and around. You see as they are very, very much excited, despite having bits of blood and cuts and scrapes onto them. They don't necessarily seem to care too much. They're just happy to be here. Just happy to be here and happy to be, well, pretty much alive and not unconscious right now. With that, you look over and you see as the Keeper looks down upon you all and begins to get ready to start floating down. But, Ulf, as you're kind of doing that, what would you imagine? Let's look over to Pyre and Sarthiel. What would you two imagine that you two are doing at this moment as the battle comes to a close?
Figure out where the hell it came from.
Hold on. They're saying the stream is muted. I fixed it. There you go. But say that one more time.
Fire probably caught himself on fire somehow, and he's like trying to put it out.
As you're trying to put out the likes of the flames and more, you'll see as it takes a little bit, but you're able to do so. Kind of, it's funny because you're used to pretty much being burning all the time, but you're not too sort of, how you say, frightened or worried about it. Regardless, what about you, Sarthia? What would you find yourself doing?
Looking in confusion. I don't know what's going on anyway.
You'd find, well, last time, just to basically catch you up or whatever, basically you were in hell. You were brought over to the likes of the Keeper's Realm, where you would basically train with the likes of your companions, and you would fight a bunch of individuals in the arena, similar to what I was mentioning before.
You stunning strike two big old mole dogs.
All right.
Best way for me
Yeah,
to put 'em.
you kick some ass.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, so understandable.
I guess just getting ready for more.
Yeah. Easy enough. As you're sort of preparing yourself, you'll see as the Keeper will begin to kind of just start motioning, like kind of past each and every one of you. And as they kind of do, they'll nod, kind of taking a little bit more of a pause while looking towards Sarthiel specifically. But eventually, they will continue on, kind of over in the direction of Anth and Graz before getting ready to pass. Anth, Graz, Aurora, what are you two doing or saying at this time?
And would take off his hat and looking, doesn't look that bad. I don't understand those goddamn creatures that don't know a good thing even if it wasn't.
They didn't know what they were talking about. Your hat is great. They were just being little jerks.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think at this point, Ant would just be settling out of fighting and just, well, not really doing anything, just looking around, waiting what will we do next.
That's it. What about you, Graz? Same thing?
Yep, same thing.
You'll look over, and as the Keeper will kind of nod towards you, Anth and Graz, before they get ready to head over towards the likes of Yahato and Ulf. begin to stop over towards Yahato's form and begin to look over towards the individual. Ulf, is there anything specific that you are doing at this time?
No, probably just playing with Zappy for the time being.
You'll look over and you'll see as Keeper Cass will begin to look about at all of you, but will then begin to focus his attention onto Yahato. You'll see as they look on down to them, or beginning to speak and say, I see. You see as they sigh, but they'll begin to look over and say, it's not a fun job, but it's a job I must do. They'll look towards Ulf, but everybody can kind of hear them. This individual, their soul is inactive for the time. I will need to take them into my realm for a bit. I will keep them safe for all of you. The path will be rough without them, but you all have survived thus far. You must be able to do it once again. Look over, and as they do, you'll see as Yato, they kind of stand there aimlessly. They're not necessarily moving or acting. They'll get ready to unfurl the cloak. And as they do, if there's anything last you'd want to say to this soul, or give them or anything like that, then
I have a real insensitive question. Is there anything we can take off of him?
no.
Okay. I had to ask. I was like, can we just like steal some of his shit if he has something?
No.
In game, it's no different than what's been going on. What's been going on for
Ever.
any other time. So in game, it's just like yeah, he'll be back soon. Out of game, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'll miss him. It's like, but is there anything we can take?
A
So-
reminder of.
Okay. So,
As this is said and done, there's nothing. Oh, you'll see as Keeper Cass will begin to grab them, and they will begin to take them into the astral cloak.
See you soon, Yada.
my friend. Side note. Never mind.
What we'll see is the Keeper will begin to look over towards you all, and as they do, kind of stand upright. Alright. Well, before I begin to take you back to the last realm that you were, where you were. If there's anything you would like to do in the arena of the gods, I advise you to do it, well, rather soon or now. I can try to bring you back to this place every now and again, but it is still a difficult task to do, considering you're not going into one of the many links from Bodin to this realm. I'm having to do it directly. You get the sense when he refers to links, he's referring to some of the orbs that you guys have found when you first went into the arena of the gods. So, whenever you all are ready, then I will await up towards here. And you'll see as they kind of point towards the little miniature stand and more. Not necessarily going up to it, but more so standing down beside it. With that, they'll begin to slowly start floating off. They await for anybody to walk over there whenever they're finished with whatever they need. It's not about so.
Hey team, can we have a little get together real quick, please?
Sure.
Harry just walks over and like sits down crisscrossed, like a little kid.
Wait, what?
Arthur, you coming on over, bud?
One sec. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I got you. I
Hold
see
on.
why. It's the you're not configured for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I got you. That's why you can't move or shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know why you weren't. I wasn't working. I think it did the same thing to Chris yesterday for some reason.
Fire's over there freaking flipping coins.
Fuck is Anth going?
I mean, to
I
be
have no
honest,
idea. I
Weird.
wasn't even tapped into the screen.
to be honest, it has something to relate to being opening up more towards the group, but we'll see if it happens.
That said, are you asking for Draxel and the Yeti, or are you just U6?
Yeah, they can totally come over. Yes.
Alright, cool. Draxel will kind of climb down as much as they kind of can. One leg over, one leg on the other side. Drop down before beginning to walk kind of over towards the direction of Axel.
I should tell him to come further this way.
Easy enough.
There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Why do you say it like that?
As Draxel gets closer to Pyre, he walks away from him.
That's fair.
I don't know. Maybe because metagame wise, I only have 10 feet. I gotta get in close, guys. Get in close.
Just in case. Just in case.
Just in case. I don't know what she's about to say, but get in close.
So what I'm hearing is we need to make you like the campfire, so like we cast light on you and like you sit in the middle of all of us and you just start like spinning trying to talk to everyone and we're just all like,
You're laughing about it, but yeah.
I know. I understand.
You might be
Still
having the
can't
same.
move.
Yeah, you might be having. Oh wait, hold on. Let me try one last thing. Roth. Yep. For some reason, didn't have that. All right, try now.
Yeah, that
There
works.
we go. There we go.
Perfect. All right. So, before we came here to the arena, we had a little snafu with trying to. I was just trying to make a nice little kind of gentleman's alliance, but instead I used the wrong word accidentally, and we almost got screwed. And that just really reminded me that we are going to be in hell, and it's a terrible, horrible place. And if we mess up at all, it could be terrible for us or the group or the whole everything. So we all need to be focused. We all need to be aware of what we do all the time, because we cannot risk messing this up. She turns to look at everybody as she addresses them. Higher, you are brilliant and have helped us understand so many things on this journey. We wouldn't have figured out the Stormbird, how to defeat the darkness, any of that without you. But you have no impulse control. Half the time you don't stop to think before you act. I don't want your lack of focus to make you or us easy prey in hell. She turns to Ulf. Ulf, you have put your life on the line for every person in this group, and I can't express how much that means. But I worry that you throw yourself into the line of fire way too quickly. If one of us is about to be hit and you sacrifice your life, but it means the rest of the team can't be healed and we all die as a result, then it isn't worth it. You are worth more than that. Anth, you are a natural negotiator and know how to find the better end of a deal, but let everyone else in on that deal. If you're going to make any agreement in hell in any capacity, make sure it's simple and clean, and make sure we're all included before the decision is made. This quest is to save Voden, but it's personal to me, and I'm worried that I'll get even more lost in what we're supposed to be doing. I need to be focused and not get distracted, not get roped into unrelated things. We need to get through hell as quickly as possible, and I can't let us get diverted. Sefik, you are dealing with a lot of shit, and we will do our best to protect you. Before now, honestly, I hated you. But I realize that my grudge is not against you, it's against the darkness. I trust you and what you share with us, but you need to tell us if there's danger for you or us. Sarthiel. Known you for like 20 minutes. Seem like a pretty cool guy. Just in general, no notes for you. But please, let's stay focused and not do some crazy stuff, okay?
Keep doing that stunning strike.
Keep doing the stun strike. Yeah. As soulbound, saving Voden is our job, and finding Elowen for Vitalia is how we start doing that. If we don't succeed, everything is lost, and that's why we cannot mess up in hell. We cannot become prey or get distracted or fall into a trap because we don't think things through. We have to be focused, diligent, and most importantly, work together.
Great speech.
You see Pyre like playing with fire as you're talking about no impulse control.
I know, man, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
No one else says anything, unless Anthony, you're getting ready to.
Oh, he wouldn't say much. He just, yeah, I agree with everything you had just said. Looking at fire, playing with fire.
Oh,
We'll see as Suffolk will begin to look over and they'll say, well, if you want me to be honest, and when it comes to whether I believe myself to be, well, danger to you all, I mean, they look towards their hand, and as it's still in furious pain, though frozen over, Caudar's even a little bit, but still. I'll be honest with you. The thing that you call the darkness, the thing is still festering inside all around me and more. If you want my blatant, honest answer, I'm still very much a danger to you until that thing is gone. Problem is, I don't think it ever will be. No matter how much we try to fight it out. Now, granted, I mean, I've dealt with this, with a little bit of what y'all have sort of gone through. But even then, we still didn't know what exactly that thing was. And we don't know its secrets, and I'll be honest, fucking around and finding out isn't necessarily my preferred method of understanding.
Me too.
Speaking of previous marks. Out of game, thanks to Sammy, I've got something to ask the artist formerly, or the enemy formerly known as Draxel.
I mean, speak for yourself. He's still my enemy.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna bypass that statement and keep going. You, I'm guessing you traveled with other marks.
That I did.
You happen to know of a Minotaur with a blue swirl on his hand?
Minotaur, blue swirl.
So, out of game. Is that in game or out of game? Since I'm trying to think of what the hell I'm talking about.
No, that's him in game.
Okay.
You'll see as he begins to think. Minotaur. Yeah, I think so. Did he have a blue swirl? Was he a part of my group or just one of the others? I think I remember seeing a Minotaur before. Kind of, I think, Belkin sort of, attire. more of, you know, the typical sort of furs, runes, and all that sort of stuff. Wielded I think, a massive weapon. They weren't really a part of my group, though. Yeah, I didn't really know or speak to that one too much. I don't even know their name, to be fair.
Seems we're in the same boat for that one.
The only sort of minotaur that I know, and it's highly unlikely, is probably being the Astral King, but I'm pretty sure he's probably dead and gone, or if he isn't, then I don't know, maybe he's sort of somewhere around the taiga, maybe in actually, what do you know? Maybe in one of the or 5 towns.
I'm gonna look back at the rest of the team and be like,
Dang.
Interesting.
In character, he got by the corruption. Oh man.
Here, take cover.
Didn't we see him at the beginning, or did we just hear talk of him?
Hear talk of him.
Hmm.
There you go. Dread's back.
No, I think
yeah, I don't know what happened.
You were talking about you're trying to learn some dangerous information, friend.
Yeah, my foundry crashed as well. Like it
Yeah, he like froze over on Discord and everything.
not great.
So I gotta find this thing again. 'Cause
Apparently I'm the next one to have internet issues.
Don't you even say that, man. Don't you even joke about that.
So it's really funny. I'm sitting here analyzing my network, going, "Why is my network so spotty?" And I'm just looking at all these other networks overlapping each other, going, "Well, shit."
Yeah.
No. Is there any so as a what did you hear what he said though?
I did. I
Okay.
heard everything. Like I was still getting things. It's just on my end. Apparently, I froze out. All I was saying is when he said something about the 5 towns, I kind of just turned to look and look at everybody else to be like, "The hell is he talking about?" Because not once has he heard that there's any other towns anywhere in the Taka.
Well, Roz, you definitely know about them easily. But go ahead, Pyre.
Is that have to do anything with the civilizations we're supposed to get to stop fighting, by chance?
If you're referring to the ones in the taiga, yes.
Well, wasn't that part of the 6 steps or 5 steps, whatnot?
Major ones. Pyre, make a history check. You have advantage.
Oh.
Actually, not advantage, because you were in the tree. But yeah, just straight up history check. Anth, you can make a history check with advantage.
I'm okay with that. Total 20.
Yep, 8, and then because you guys will learn different bits of information. 8, Anth, you still know what they're easily talking about, but you just don't know any more information than that. Pyre, between you and Anth, you would know that the civilizations that they're probably talking about, but you're not necessarily sure of their, well, status, would probably be the 3 regions that have been at war, well, since you all have either been born in Voden or have arrived to Voden in some way, shape, or form. These being the likes of, well, the Kalani Council, the Ishtarans, as well as, well, the Velkin. A 3-way war that has raged on for who knows how long at this point. You get the sense that it's talking about those individuals. That war has been going on forever.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright.
Alright, so, that said, Graz, well, actually not Graz. That being said, do you have anything else to ask, Ulf?
No, because he doesn't know much about him, it seems. So in character, I wouldn't keep pressing.
Enough.
But okay, so speaking related, Sefik, couple just quick questions for you. Speaking of the taiga, you as just stated, we are going to hell to look for Elowen for Vitalia. What do you remember about her?
Thought I already told you this, but I mean, I never really met them or anything like that. They're gods. More so, let's just say, from the stories I heard about the Frost Maiden, they resonated with me to a degree. But I will say that's a little bit of a sensitive sort of topic. Groz, make an insight check.
Sorry, insight.
Actually,
I'm using my inspiration. Oh,
I was gonna say, anybody who wants, they can make an insight check. But yeah, you can use your inspiration as well, Groz. $15, $12. And you get this, Groz, you get the sense that there's definitely some baggage there, for sure. Anth and Sarthiel, which you would understand is, yeah, there's baggage there, but if you press the right buttons, if you can weave the right words, they'd be willing to at least explain and give more information about it, to give context. So it's not impossible, you just gotta say the right things, but it is a delicate process, because one wrong word or one wrong saying could lead to you getting shut off from this entirely.
Out of game, that's a problem for another day.
not fair. Groz would have said anyway before, like, she doesn't know there are buttons to push, but she would have said. You did mention that, and that it was a sad story, and I'm sorry that you had to experience that. I don't remember anything about Elowen either. If you want to share anything that would be relevant, if you remember, that would be great. But I also don't. My memories aren't great. Can you tell me? You were the Frost Maiden's champion, weren't you?
No, I did pledge myself to her. Becoming, well, what you'd call her Eldritch Knight.
Groz gives a little kind of wistful smile. Do you remember when the darkness started taking her?
Hold on. To be completely honest, I mean, not really. It's more of, again, I never talked to her. I don't really know, but I mean, I figured whenever the snow started falling and it never really stopped, I mean, that was the only thing that was weird that I know that she would probably have something to do with, but past that, I mean, it kind of shrugs.
Okay. I just wanted to ask if you remember anything at any point.
Yeah, because
Would
you
be
also
good
have to
information
remember,
to
it's
have.
like, you, as a Valkyrie, trained with demigods and all that sort of stuff, having direct contact with them all the time. This guy is just like a follower of them.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, I've been wrong though. We got a little feedback from your mic.
Yep.
all good. But yeah, again, not necessarily being able to tell you much on that, on like who or what they're doing right. Well, more so what they're doing right now. Sorry.
You're good. Just needed to ask. Information is valuable, and
Hey, Axel. Has the Frost Maiden been like this for a while, or is this a new development?
I'd probably say, what? I guess in the third cycle, yeah. Yeah, I think at the third cycle, things were pretty much normal in the likes of the Taiga. But a little bit towards the end, things got a little wonky. I'd probably say now that we're in the fourth one, I suppose, then...
we're in the fifth one?
What are you talking about?
We're in the fifth cycle.
No, this is the fourth one.
Sensei, out of game. We are in the fifth cycle, right?
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay. We are pretty positive this is the fifth cycle.
No, I've been alive and well. This is definitely the fourth one.
I wouldn't say you've been alive and well.
As the man with no memories. That's outside the game, not inside the game. I don't want to set them up.
What exactly are y'all all getting at? How do you even know that it's the... Where'd you even get this sort of information from?
We are...
From Mr. Atlas. It was on
Yes.
his board.
Do you say that in character?
Yeah, it was from Atlas. And just kind of like taking notes, playing with fire. You know,
Who
the
the
normal.
hell is Atlas again?
Remember Giant Stormbird?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. The pilot.
He's a kobold.
What?
Brilliant artificer. Yeah, brilliant artificer, but a little misguided.
Had a little pet lizard thing.
They're telling me that, some kobold piloting a giant mechatronic death bird, who also has a pet lizard, decides what cycle it is.
He had some tracking of it. He said that it had started, it was on his board. Here, Pyre pulls out the notes from the whiteboard and goes, yeah, here, I wrote it all down.
Look, he'll walk over and kind of like, give me that. Kind of looks over and starts reading this. Yeah, and what if they just wrote this down to fuck with all of you? Ever consider that? Wouldn't be the first time.
But his notes were really detailed. I don't think that I think that the chances of him preemptively writing down random lies in his notes is probably pretty small.
Sure, but also... he'll almost instinctively get ready to raise his hand and point, but then realize that it's not really there. And say, but we also live in a world where apparently individuals force you to kill loved ones whether you want to or not. So, I mean, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility in this fucked up hellhole. Point is...
Paul has no idea why that even matters, so he's just like, starts playing with a dog.
Point is, Alright, is that all your questions then?
Just real quick, like what is your point? Information is good, and we're trying to help understand. We've been told from a few people that it's the 5th, but why do you think it's the 4th?
It's the group I was with. We know it was the 3rd. And if this one failed, then it has to be the 4th. Makes sense to me.
Were you frozen in ice at any point? We were frozen in ice for a few years, and maybe you were too, and you got frozen for like that whole cycle, and so that's why you don't have memory of it?
Hold up. Player thinking here. He was with us on the boat when it went down.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we went from the 3rd cycle to the 5th cycle.
Were we in the 3rd cycle?
If he was awake, or we were in the 4th, and then froze to the 5th.
That's possible too.
We'll look over it, and they'll begin to say, I mean, I woke up frozen, yeah. Did y'all?
Yep. Hey, Axel, do you remember us on the boat?
That would be
Honestly?
Remember,
Probably.
Pyre doesn't remember the boat.
Oh, yeah.
No, because you guys have
told him
filled me
about
in.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Originally
yeah.
I didn't.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
You know. I kind of look towards you three. I do remember Zappy here. Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure. You get the sense that it's more of, he doesn't remember you because you didn't talk to him, really. It was more so, hey, random bozos, we're going through the corruption mist. Help out if you can. If you can't, go down deck. And that was about it. That was your only interaction with them in the first session.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's more of that.
Are you saying that was the 3rd cycle when we were going through the mist?
I think so. Pretty sure, yeah. I wouldn't see a reason why it wouldn't be.
Do we totally out of game? We knew what year it was before we were frozen, and then after we got unfrozen, we found the diary that was for like 6 years later, like something like that. Do we know if the cycles like reset the clock, or if those years keep?
Well,
Yeah, I have
so
no
here's
idea.
another thing. We don't know that we don't know that being frozen in ice or being plucked from reality doesn't go
Changes.
backwards or forwards. So it could be that Atlas was from the 4th cycle, and therefore we failed in the future, and then he was pulled back for some reason.
Maybe.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. Wibbly-wobbly,
Yeah.
timey-wimey, sorry. No idea.
Nope.
Regardless, all I remember is that... Well... All I remember is that we were on that ship, we were on that boat. The star basically had me set it off to, well, kill and assassinate a certain individual on the boat.
Oh.
Almost said the bad stuff. They took over the ship. I encased myself in ice for a bit and waited for the Frost Maiden to awaken me eventually. I hope, or whatever force was going to, but I believe it to be the Frost Maiden.
Who were you trying to assassinate on the boat?
It
Wolf
was
is just gonna look at Pyre and just be like, I know what you're trying to do.
some fucking. He was inoculi of the sorts. I think named Leopold. You remember that individual?
Yes, he's the one whose diary we found,
Yep.
right? Yes, I have notes for this.
you not necessarily like really a diary. In the second session of Rime of the Frost Maiden, you found a body that was basically had a bunch of icy daggers, and it's pretty much onto its corpse, and it was just kind of laid out on the sort of frozen river and all that stuff. That was his body.
Oh.
Actually, you did find like a little miniature diary. I remember that.
Yeah, and it was the notes that I have are it says quote unquote Leos, or that might have been Leopold, is nowhere to be found. Most of the crew is dead. That person had the mark and was hearing voices. The mark speaks to them, and he had been tracking a shadow. It seemed like he had been getting closer to it. Interesting.
Late night soulbound theory talk.
What? No. We're totally not conspiracy theorists here.
Definitely not. Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay.
does it really matter which cycle it is, to be honest? Regardless, there's a cycle and it hasn't been broken yet. We need to, I can't, but y'all need to break it, and that's the end of it. It doesn't need to be much more than that. Fourth, third, second, first, doesn't matter.
Yep.
Do you have any information on how to break the cycle?
I am thankful that you think so highly of us, but
No,
be
I
honest.
don't. But
Cool.
in the case of science.
Keep that mentality, because we were just another random band of chuckle fucks. Didn't really go far.
Yeah, we're trying. We will do it, and if you seem like you regret not being able to fulfill your, even though this is terrible and hard and we're still figuring it out, you seem like you feel bad for not being able to do your part, and now you're here and you can help us. We can all make this work.
Feel bad. Imagine this. Imagine being chosen as whatever the fuck these things are, chosen by draconic sages and more. Not even just failing, but being the reason why you failed in the first place. And then imagine. You got that black star. You'll know that pain too, or you'll know that pain all too well soon. Wouldn't be surprised if already individuals are plotting assassinations already or not.
Yep.
Assassinations. Who would be plotting them again?
You'll see as... Fuck, it doesn't matter. Actually... Nah, he won't say that. He'll look over and say... I'm pretty sure they're still listening to an extent. Probably not the safest sort of thing to mention, just in case.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Anything else?
Jax, my friend, I have many questions, but some of them I don't think are worth asking at this point.
Alright, well. Here. I'm gonna go see if I can find her for a bit.
Find who?
If Frost Maiden. If, I'll go see if I can commune with her for a bit. If you need me, I'll be over there, and then I'll head over to the masked one.
You could tell her that there's hope, and we're on our way to help. I think she could use that.
On a side note, there was a 2-week cliffhanger that I asked for right at the end of the last session.
Do you want want to go do said cliffhanger?
I would love to find more out about that 2-week cliffhanger.
Well, by all means, play the game and do it.
I'm just waiting for them to show up. I already prayed. You said that they were showing up, but haven't. I'm just kind of waiting on them to show up or to at least speak into my head or something.
You wait as long as you do, but as you're sort of waiting and waiting, you think that to yourself, well, after a little while, waiting isn't necessarily going to get you anywhere. The answers aren't going to come directly to you. You look around and about, and you see as Captain Draxel begins to head over towards one of the statues and begins to kind of get down onto both knees and starts laying their sword out and praying, from what you can tell. You get the sense that you're probably going to have to do the same.
Alright, I'll go over and pray again. You know what? I'm gonna come over here next to Draxel and do that.
You look over, and Draxel was kind of just... They open like one of their scaly eyes towards you. And then you'll see as it begins to shut forward and begins to freeze once more. As they begin to do so, you'll see as Draxel begins to continue communing with the likes of their deity, if they even listen. But, Ulf, as you are sort of waiting here, you look over and you see as something is going off. You notice as some of the statues, they have these strange weapons, but one of these statues themselves, they begin to glow for a moment. And you notice as, for some reason, your attention is being drawn to another one off to the side. You look over, and despite its sort of, despite its kind of, exterior, like on the map-wise and all that sort of stuff, you'd see the likes of a woman, a smaller sort of statue, but a woman that seems to have these multiple horns sort of protruding out of their head, almost similar to that of like a tiefling. They seem to be over off to the side here, rather. You notice as a bit of sort of golden light begins to actually start shining about them. It kind of like glints and draws your attention for a second.
I'll make my way over there, but continuing the prayer the entire walk.
As you do, you begin to continue the prayer for a moment in time before you look over and Graz, that same sort of thing is kind of happening. You notice like a sort of golden glint off to the side with this strange statue. You look over towards it, and no real check needed. You look over, this is Tala. This is their more humanoid form that they sometimes adorn and sometimes take. You see as Ulf is being drawn towards it, and you look over and it seems to be almost requesting and calling. Ulf, as you begin to place yourself over off to the side, you notice as something begins to change and shift. That golden light begins to start expanding for a moment from their eyes, from their horns and more, and begins to almost envelop the entire statue for a second. That light begins to form from that statue, and then begins to form and envelop you. It envelops the entire area for a moment. For an individual begins to step past. You see as a shadow in the light begins to form before they begin to expand out into their true appearance. You're blinded for a moment, and as the light begins to take you, your sight becomes yours once more. Standing tall, on all fours more so, you see a majestic individual, but with a playful sort of demeanor. Caring. You feel warm. You look over towards them, and the horns about them protruding from their bear-like face shines bright in a warming embrace. The individual you see made of fur, you look over, the god of the bearkin and lost souls begins to appear, looking down upon you, Ulf. Now granted, anyone in this general area, you would not necessarily see this going... Anyone else not in the area, you would not necessarily see this going on, but you would see as Ulf is definitely entranced, similar to the likes of Drayaxel to the east. Auroraverse, they watch in curiosity, but if you were to let it take you, you could also witness the events as well, if you wish.
Yes, absolutely.
With that, well, here is the placeholder art for the likes of this individual. As they awaken, this is what you see. You see as they appear, they begin to look around at all of, well, pretty much all of you. But then their gaze focuses onto you, Ulf. Almost wondering what this lost soul is. And what they, or what you want from them. Why have you summoned them? Or why have you summoned their presence specifically? They look over towards you, Ulf. For you to speak.
Say, what, like, do I understand that she's kind of wondering why I'm, reaching out?
Pretty much.
My other question is, out of game, I know who this god is. Do I have any idea who this god is, in game?
Make a religion check with advantage, because you're a paladin.
Also, as soon as Roz was in the midst thing, she would have said with reverence, Tala.
With a natural 20. And also, Graz saying it. Yeah, you definitely know who this individual is. You know basic information. You know, like, their title, and more so their demeanor, and what they're... not necessarily what they're super capable of, but kind of... You know at most that they help guide lost souls to destinations for clarity and more. But that's mainly the information you kind of know.
Alright, Graz, you're wanting to say something?
Roz is awestruck, has just little tears in her eyes, and her jaws open. She has nothing to say, man, right now. She's just, feeling relief and a little sadness and happiness, and just feeling everything.
I'm gonna show respect and kind of bow my head. Not like, I don't feel like Ulf would do like a straight up bow, but like, you know, just kind of like the lowering of his head.
Mm-hmm.
My lady, I appreciate you answering my call. I do not ask for your help for myself. I ask for my help, or ask for your help. And he's gonna kind of point towards Drayaxel over there.
See is...
It's...
God.
It seems there may be a lost soul that may need guidance. There may be redemption in his future as he feels that he has failed. Something seems to be holding him back and attacking him. I've done what little I can, but I ask for your help in keeping him alive and safe.
You'll see as the individual looks over towards you and begin to speak, but as they do, it is with a bit of a warm smile upon their face. They say, and let's hope this goes.
I see that this is what you wish for. Though I do not necessarily rule over the realm or the domain of redemption. Showing, carrying, guiding souls to their destination, their purpose. This I can assist. You wish for me to keep an individual such as this alive? I sense it. I sense a darkness in their soul, but a similar darkness to everyone's. Though theirs is in a constant struggle. I can provide as much assistance as I can, but for a case like this, you must ask, do they want to be redeemed? Do they want to be guided? Or do they seek other methods?
I'm not ignoring. I'm trying to think of what all would say.
you're good,
That's a pretty out of game. Redemption through force, buddy. Oh shit. So Ulf would probably look up and say, that was the first time that I asked him if he wanted to be helped or if what he was doing was truly for himself or if something else was forcing him into action. He fought me as well, but well, luckily I was able to get through to him, and he did ask for help. Now, unfortunately, I can tell you I am the one who cut off his hand. But for the greater good, I do believe. I would not force anything on anyone, however, with as much torment as he seems to be dealing with. I know you say that you're not the god of redemption, but everyone deserves a second chance. And even if it's just burdening or just taking away some of the burden. I do believe that any help, I do believe that he would appreciate. I'm unsure if you would like to talk to him. He is currently, as he kind of looks back over, I'm guessing his eyes are still frozen over.
A little bit's passed. You see as he's wrapping up, but for the most part, frozen over still. He's getting ready to stand up in a bit.
No one should be forced under anyone. I will leave that up to him. But I'm going to call it your worship. Just trying to be respectful. Your worship, with your power, I would hope that you would be able to tell whether or not it was truly him speaking or what is troubling him on the inside. If something is forcing him down a path, I would ask that you guide his soul back to the true path. Adam game. That's what she's the god of, right? I got that right? Like the god of destiny and guiding the souls, right? I got that right?
He is not the god of destiny. She is the god of guiding lost souls.
Okay, well, guiding lost souls. Well, I've asked
More
her
so
to guide this lost soul.
Guiding lost souls to their, well, destination. Typically being physical destination, but can also be a little bit of, well, spiritual destination, but kind of going hand in hand a little bit with Clothis, but more so Clothis decides what their destiny is. Allah helps them get there.
All right. Well, then I'm pretty much asking her to guide him back to what his destiny was, but to make sure that it's his actual destiny. And I'm avoiding getting anywhere close to saying the darkness or corruption, because if I skirt that, I'm gonna say it, and I know I will. So.
Oh, don't worry, she's gonna say it for you.
1 second. I understand what you are referring to. I will try to assist as much as I can, but the darkness in his heart, corrupting his soul away till nothingness, it is potent. It is powerful. A power that I alone am unsure that I will be able to stop it. However, with others like me, I believe I can do so. This force taking of them, it is seeking to reconnect, realign themselves with the path of the corruption, seeking to bring about your end. From what I gather of this individual, Cephalic Caltro, they have failed long and many times. They simply seek to be useful. They seek to have done something to help the likes of either Odin itself be freed from this cycle, or at least help those in the future free this cycle. I can give you more time for this, but this is only because of my lesser power. It can go unchecked by the God King themselves. The likes of the ruler of spirits. I may try, but it will only be for an extended period of time. I can get them onto the path, but ultimately it will be up to Clothis to pull and tug which way they go. If you wish to alter fate, look to the power gifted by the ruler of spirits.
And Ulf and Graz, your vision begins to shift and change, and the golden glint amongst Tala's horns begins to stop shining for a moment. And it begins to shine past you and towards another individual. See as it shines upon Pyre and the mark upon their hand.
Is this visible, the pyre?
Nah, you're not next to it. Also,
Okay.
I'm gonna fix Arbot from dying every 2 seconds.
That's what I thought, but I'm like, I'm just doing my own thing. Probably like jotting some notes in my book. Probably pondering time travel and teleportation and, just not paying attention to the people praying at the statues, basically. So, yep.
So I think she kind of just answered the. I was going to ask her one more question, but just to make sure that I have this right, I was going to ask her if she knew of a way for us to try to stop that
I can
darkness from not just him, but from us as well, right?
Hold that
if
thought
it's
for 2
leading
seconds.
us, okay.
Yeah, hold that thought for 2 seconds then. So I can basically break down what she's actually saying, past like the typical divine god bullshit, right?
Yep.
So basically, she's saying, "Hey, yo, I want to help. I would love to and all this stuff, but their path has already kind of been determined by Clothis. I can help them get onto that path by basically saying, okay, to get them basically onto that path, figure out what you're going to want to do with the likes of Pyre and that white mark, and then whether they would like to basically cleanse Draxel and forgive them or not. That's how you basically get them onto that path if you actually want that to happen. Other than that, hey man, that's all she's really got for you that she can actually do. She can help delay them being taken over by the likes of the corruption again. That's what she said she will do, but she can't really like prevent his death, because if she does, then the ruler of spirits, whoever that is, you can probably assume, is going to Thanos snap her. And yeah, she obviously won't let that happen. You guys are cool, but you're not worth it. Sorry. So, does that make sense?
Yep.
Are you still thinking of something else to say, or?
No, go ahead, Graz.
It's a lot. I know. Tala is just the coolest. You're awestruck, man. You don't even know what to say. I don't blame you. Me too. So Graz would turn to look at Pyre, and I think she would make the connection with his white mark, with how he, and she would turn to Tala and say, any help you could give would be so appreciated. Is there anything that we can do to help him?
I'll look over and say,
Well, from what I see amongst your soul, and from what I have watched in the past, one of the things that you can do is come together. Simply you cannot force individuals to do certain things. This is one of the first things taught to us upon entering godhood. But try your best in getting an individual to understand. That is most what you can do towards the astral soul behind you. Ultimately, it is their choice.
basically saying, hey, yo, you know, only thing you can do is really just convince Pyre.
Yeah.
That's all you got. There's not really much else.
Nah, that's fair.
It's more so, it has to be sort of more of a, well, actually, yeah, it has to be more of a cut and dry sort of thing, because more so you guys are bound with the marks that you have. So, yeah. Yeah, another white thingy, then maybe, but you don't, so this is what you got.
Yep.
Olf knows what he has to do.
Punch Pyre.
I'm not punching Pyre again.
Music to my ears.
So for a second there, Graz, it made it sound like you're like, music to my ears about punching Pyre instead of
No.
not punching
About
Pyre.
not punching Pyre.
I heard not punching.
No, so I won't do this for the Chaos Gremlin, but the idea floated through my head real quick just to walk over and just grab Pyre's hand and fucking take that mark and be like, let's do this. I won't do that, but
If you reach for the mark, he's probably gonna Misty Step away from you real damn quick, be like, what the hell? He's not feeling too great, and he really doesn't want to die.
It's a real quick exchange. It's Pyre, hey, can I see your hand?
That's funny. I love that.
Does that mark change at all? As he looks and he's just like, yeah, right there.
I was like, what the fuck was that sound? I was on TV
It's
for
been
a
sitting
second.
on that for a long time.
Sounds like, yeah.
Oh man. Alright, well, if there is nothing else you have to say to Tala.
I'm
Alright.
just gonna kind of keep nudging Graz forward and be like, look, this is the God Bear Kid, come on! Like,
What do you want me to? I don't know what to ask. She's like the coolest, second coolest person ever, man. What do you want me to say?
I was having a fangirl moment.
Yeah, Gross has been on and off crying this whole time. Yes. Gross, fun fact, had a lot of things that she wanted to say to Tala, but didn't go that direction. So she's just happy to be there in her company.
I do appreciate you answering the call.
I will try my best to do so in the future. Though it hasn't, or it's only begun to take me. This is a similar fate of all of the deities, and the likes of corruption. I will fight as long as I can to bestow as much aid upon you. However, that starting with the lesser deities and lesser gods, I fear that I will soon be next. Soulbound, if you please. It is up to you on whether you are able to stop this threat and cleanse it from, well, everywhere. Do not worry. Continue as you do, and continue to grow in strength. And try to save this Frost Maiden. I will be waiting, and I will be watching. Now, go. You have work to do.
Right away, as he will bow his head out and just kind of walk backwards for about 2 to 3 steps, and 180, and he's got a mission to go do.
And
You like beelining it for Pyre, or are you?
Oh, you're
like...
damn right. Like I'm standing on top of Pyre before Pyre knows that Ulf is making his way to Pyre.
No, sir. If you like 180 and start moving real fast, Pyre's looking up, going like, "What the hell's going on?" Don't think you're gonna pull a fast one here.
you'll see as you're Ulf, like you're just storming off or whatever, see as Tala will begin to shine a little bit more and get a glint that catches Graz's eye. Look over, almost being divinely drawn to them for a moment before they say,
And one other thing, before you leave. Worry. Things will be okay. It will work out, I can almost assure you. The end. Besides, smile a bit more. You have a good smile. I want that.
and with that, you'll see as Tala will begin to slowly almost blind you with the divine light for a moment before you're able to gain your senses once more, and she's already gone.
Cross will just stand there for a minute and just whisper thank you.
You'll see as the statue just shines one last time, a little divine light, showing that they got the message before it eventually fades. After that, Ulf, you're heading to Suplex Pyre over here?
I'm not suplexing Pyre.
Clink.
I will be having a conversation with him, but I will let people do what they want to do before I continue to keep hogging all the spotlight.
I'll probably say by that time, Draxel probably would have been back over here. They would have been walking over and all that sort of stuff.
Cross went over to go pray to Vitalia.
Okay. Draxel kind of start and kind of stop by Anth and Sarthiel before asking, actually, quick question. You all were on, well, I know you weren't pointing to Sarthiel, but you were on that sort of boat before, right?
What boat?
No, not you, friend. Not you. Tiefling.
Yeah. Yes, I was there.
Where exactly were you headed anyways?
I was headed to the Tiger. I didn't have very specific destination in mind, mostly to explore the land, see a new place.
I see. And I don't know, just out of curiosity, because you just sort of, from what I understood, just kind of appeared with this individual. How'd you wound up here? Kind of looking towards Sarthiel.
Oh, I was sucked in through a portal. That's about it, I think.
portal. Wait, you mean a portal? Like an arcane portal or a dimension door or something? What do you mean?
Oh. I was sneaking about in hell and then suddenly, boom.
Sneaking around in hell, dude. I mean, did you... last question, did you die or something?
No.
So you were just sneaking around in hell casually as you do, and then bam, 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 just got, sort of sucked into a portal. I mean, they'll look at your hand to confirm that you're a soulbound. Yeah, what the fuck? You weren't, like, shot or something? Astral prison, nothing? Oh.
Well, there was some crystal when I woke up, but that's about it.
Right. Alright. I look over towards, Anth, Fire, and everybody else, like, this checking out with y'all? Y'all ain't saying anything. You seem like you're this is perfectly fine and normal. This is already explained. Alright, cool. And he's not gonna act. He doesn't care. It's not his circuit, not his circus, not his monkeys.
What was your point, though? What's the point you're trying to get at, bud?
Right over there. This is like while you guys were praying and talking to Tala.
Oh.
Just a second.
You get the sense he's more so asking, who the fuck are you? Because he doesn't know who you are. Like, he knows Anth. He's seen Anth before. He's seen Pyre. He's even seen Ulf a little bit. Graz. He doesn't know who the fuck this guy is. Like, how the hell do you just keep... He's more so wondering, like, how the fuck do you guys just keep getting new random people? He's just like, hey...
Same.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
He's just like, oh, yeah, this guy just came out of a portal just sneaking through hell. It's like, alright, I guess so. I guess people do that. You doesn't say anything, so it's like, I guess this is normal. Or whatever. It's like, he doesn't care that much.
He had a common goal, so we just kind of went, okay, let's do this.
I was praying to another god, okay?
I'll let you... I'll go get ready to get to the area to do common goal over here while y'all figure out whatever you're doing. Axel, let's get ready to go. Let's see as Axel will begin to start lumbering over. I know, we'll get you healed up in a bit. Here, just sit down for a little while. I'll see what I can look at for you. And Draxel is going to, or Cephik is going to start looking at the Yeti's wounds, kind of help him out. Alright, so, that said, is there anything else you guys are saying or doing, or are you leaving to hell?
Oh no, I got a conversation with Pyre to happen.
Look,
Does everybody else got anything before this happens?
before
And
he wrecks my shit, apparently.
No.
No. I'm gonna ask for Graz to come over as well, because
Yeah.
keeper of the peace and all that. Are we? I think it's time that we may have had a chat.
What about he's just mindlessly like writing in his book still?
First off, and don't take this as what's about to happen, Pyre, but All's gonna put his hand on you and he's gonna give you some health.
Oh, okay. I mean, Pyre wasn't super hurt, but okay.
No, we'll say I don't know how hurt you are, so let's say I was gonna say 5, then I was gonna say 10, so I'll cut the difference, say 7. I'm
Okay.
gonna do 7 more points of that lay on hands.
I think that gets me to full. No, it doesn't. My bad. He's looking all right.
Kinda.
Oh, thanks, bud. As he's like writing in his book and like just doing his thing.
Now, two of you seem to have had history with Draxel.
Not directly.
Looks over at Gross.
I don't think I knew him until we sailed here, but ran into him quite a bit.
Yeah, meaning like he's alluding to the fact that y'all wanted to kill that man before we had this conversation. Like, I'm sure we would have had that conversation at one point in time or another.
Yeah.
Fire, I need your help.
What the bud?
First off, you never really want to talk about it, but I'm just going to flat out ask him. What do you have against Starthek? Is that? Did I get that right? Sefik, sorry.
I don't have anything against him. I have issues with the information he knows. Yeah, I mean, look at me. You know that I am well aware of information that is in the wrong hands or obtained incorrectly can have consequences.
As he looks down at his marks, or looks down at his mark, the fact that he's changed it a few times, he's just like, yeah. He just shakes his head, yeah. Looks over Gross, yeah.
And he, you see Pyre getting a little uncomfortable. He's like standing up now and like kind of fidgeting. He goes, I haven't been 100% truthful of why I'm here, and obviously I've dodged the truth. My ultimate goal is to rid of the darkness. But Draxo knows how I came to know about it. And that is the information I don't want getting out. I've pissed some people off. I don't really want to be found.
Do you think that you can't trust us? Is that...
It's not necessarily trust with my own party members. I can trust you vaguely. I mean, Graz, I've been traveling with her for a month now, and I trust the people I travel with. It's more if I'm found, the people I'm with could potentially be under fire.
I do believe that we should have a say in that as well, but I won't force you to give me answers you don't want to give answers to. Just know that...
No one's asked me, honestly.
Well, then here I am asking. Now I was going to look over at Graz. Information apparently does play a significant role here. If you are willing to hear this, if there are consequences, you have to accept them.
Look, the consequences, I can never go back to the World Tree. Thinking about it, I don't know how I left. It's odd. I remember needing to leave, and then being on the boat. Anywho,
I feel like I want to insight check that just a little bit.
Go for it. Insight check.
I'm paying pretty close attention to him at this point, so like I feel like it would just be.
I mean, like the DC, the DC is like 10.
Yeah.
Pyre, the statement of knowing how he needs to leave and how he got into the boat, completely blank. He doesn't remember anything. It's actually out of character. It's one of the memories I lost by failing a saving throw. So the character literally has no idea how he got to the boat.
Hi. Did you tell him the truth?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, Sensei, out of character question. Showing people is not a bad thing, right?
Showing people the... Well,
Yes.
What specifically?
Yeah, the page, basically.
No.
Okay. Because, to be honest, like, over the past couple, like, Pyre's been, like, impulse control, but general overall, he's been sad. Like, ever since he got, like, reformed into an astral genasi, he hasn't been happy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's not crazy about it. He misses the warmth of the fire. He misses his home. Look, I don't have the best of past. You guys assume that I'm just a scholar, XYZ. And out of his bag, he starts pulling out, like, thieves' cloaks and everything. He goes, yeah, haven't seen these before, haven't seen them in a while. I got myself into a little bit of trouble. And realistically, if we're gonna continue to see people that might know this information, it might be time you know what I'm holding with me as I've been traveling. So... let's start back real quick. How much do you guys know of the World Tree?
I remember that a lot of the gods from the taiga are stuck there in the roots.
Oh, yeah, I learned that too. I didn't know that when I tried to escape, you could say. And I don't know if they even know it was me. That's also another story. And Sensei, correct me if I say anything wrong, because my understanding of the World Tree... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
What's up, Dred?
Nothing. Continue.
See,
Something you said.
there's been different elements in the tree. You know, I was a fire genasi. There's water, earth, air. They don't like each other. They like to struggle for power. They want to be who's on top. I studied as normal genasi would do, but I never really studied the arcane, for lack of a better word. So I wasn't always a wizard. Honestly, I was a common thief. I was for hire. But I needed money in a bad way. And one of the things about the World Tree is that there's certain rulers of each of those areas. Let's just say I may or may not have been hired to break into a random tower that I was unfamiliar with one day. Little did I know that belonged to the Fire Djinn. That kind of ruled the fire branch on the World Tree. I stole this, and he pulls out this, like, blue, black, green page. He goes, didn't know what it was, just it was a job for me. I made the idiotic mistake to read it, or to kind of learn about it. The darkness that we talk about, apparently, the Fire Djinn may or may not have been trying to use it to get, power on the World Tree.
Ross. Hold on, Pyre. You're showing them the page, right?
Yeah, like, I pulled, I was messing with my book, and I just, like, I lift up a cover of the book, and then, like, in the binding of the book, I pull the page out.
It's so they can quote unquote read it, No or yes?
He pulled it out.
Alright.
Well, since it's in the binding of the book, it is kind of rolled up. Kind of. Actually, no, because what I do remember is I actually stuck it in the map case I have. So I actually pulled it out of the map case.
Hmm.
It's kind of floated between the two. And so, yes, and so all my magic technically can be considered from learning from the darkness, but splitting hairs. Disadvantage for the rest of the year. Thanks, Brett. Well, that could be a possibility. I don't know the repercussions of this.
I'm willing to accept getting so that Pyre's backstory opens up. Okay, I'm willing to accept consequences. Hopefully they're not that bad, but I'm willing to accept what I gotta accept here.
I mean, I pissed off the leader of a World Tree branch. I mean,
so Sensei, I didn't ask. I have not learned anything in game. Do I have any idea what the hell the World Tree is?
Yeah. You see it all the time whenever you're just traveling anywhere in Voden. You can always see it.
it's in the center of Bowden.
Yeah, it's the biggest tree ever. Like, it is the biggest thing in Voden.
It's a constant reminder that Pyre cannot go home. It kind of hurts.
Okay, that's fine. Let's ask.
So yes, I don't know if they know who it was, but the fact my hatred, it wasn't really hatred towards Draxel, my conviction towards him, I won't let this go back. I'd rather die before having this go back to that Jinn. I don't trust it anymore, and I'm concerned when I hear the gods under the tree and all that of what has happened before I found this page.
I only have 2 questions, and these are the dumb person questions. Right? Because Ulf has got an 8 intelligence. So first question that Ulf is going to ask: if you want to make sure that he doesn't get it back, why don't you just burn the page?
Fire tries to light it in front of you. Goes, it doesn't burn. He's like trying to burn the page, and it just sits there, and is like, yes,
Well then.
yes.
Second question: is there any information off of the? I'm not gonna ask it. I'm not gonna do the Chaos Gurgler shit. I'm just going to ask Pyre if there's any information. Is there any information on the page that would be pertinent for the rest of us to know?
Well, you know how those 6 steps have just kind of appeared? Remember, yes, actually, Dread, you were coming in right after, or right before this. You remember how I just kind of ran away on the mountain, like, a week ago?
Yeah, you, like, when I showed up, you bumped it out.
Yeah, Ulf, while I was, remember when you found me, I was just sitting on a rock, staring, kind of like, just kind of dazed, yeah, I started to learn how to read this page, and I'm starting to glean information off of it, which is also why, like, True Sight, or the ability to see into the ethereal plane came to be, so I'm not really sure what I'm going down at this point. And Pyre, like, starts unfolding, and goes, and just kind of, like, stares at it, and it's like, yeah, I haven't gained much, past that. It seems to be there's a book somewhere of this stuff. It's just a page. It was a single page, and I'm not 100% sure why it's been separated from the book. But
Roz, you hear something in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Check
Oh.
your DMs. But you guys can
Black
continue.
Star Dragon.
yeah, so Fish's worry is, like, telling people at the party of this, like, deities are probably watching. Like, it's not one of those things like, a god can obviously, but like Pyre just doesn't know like was he caught, because he just like up and left as soon as he started understanding and like researching it and reading it. He's like, oh, I gotta go. And he's like, I can learn more about this and figure out this deal with this Frost Maiden. Sure, I'll go do that, because I try to be a decent person, and I think that's kind of important. Let's watch Sammy's face as she gets it.
She's having a conversation right now.
I don't know.
A conversation in her mind.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't overdue library fees that I'm running for. It's not some big bad librarian. It's just the ruler of one of the branches of the World Tree, and I'm not too keen on getting caught.
Very well then. I can't say that I understand half of what you just told me, but I'm here for you.
So that's why I want to kill your ass. I really have nothing against the guy. I just have against the information he potentially knows, because the more people that know it, the more chances I am found. And I don't really want to be found. That's why I went to the Arctic hellhole to solve an issue.
Well, if he was going to share that information, he probably would have done so by now, considering he wanted to.
You remember all the fireball on the top of the mountain? Yes, he was about to. Like I said, my conviction to keep it away from those that aren't me, deems to be met with deadly force in my eyes.
I'll keep that in mind. As he kind of laughs and giggles. He kind of laughs a little bit, like, "All right, that's gonna, yeah, all right." Well then, it's gonna look back over at Gross, who is apparently entranced in her own mind. So he will continue moving forward.
We'll see what's about to unfold here. Hopefully, I don't get smitten from orbit.
Well,
just this black and blue and green lightning bolt just comes down from the sky.
He may not know, he may know, but everyone deserves a chance. I'm coming to find that out extremely quickly.
I don't disagree. The problem is that he has access to that information. Something is feeding him, which is more concerning, which is why I ran away, because that is the moment I knew that there's something more powerful than the world giving people information that I don't want getting out.
Well, I'm gonna break it down for you. This is the way that I see it. You can agree with me, you can not, but I'm going to ask for your help either way. He's going to start listing off some points. Number one, he's still being, we'll call it, toyed with by forces beyond any of our comprehension. Number two, he seems to have lost his memory when he lost some of the power. Now, you're the one that mentioned the steps, so I don't have to remind you, but redeeming people seems to be a priority. Everyone deserves a chance to have their own redemption, including you and I. So I'm going to ask for your help. It seems that I have been able to commune with a god not my own. And he's going to kind of tell him what Paula told me. Kind of given the full information and the fact that she very specifically pointed out Pyre's mark as the possibility to be able to cleanse someone of those forces.
I see. I look at my. I don't think my mark's active. Like I think it's still on cooldown potentially.
I mean, it still looks the same way, but you can.
Right.
If you were to try to activate it, for the sake of brevity, you could.
Oh. Okay. I was.
It's still regardless is gonna look the same way, like as it does.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're talking about the circle with the dot, but now there's like a triangle, like an ice cream cone.
Yep.
So stupid. Out of game theory, so it's on stream. What are the chances that has to be done on everyone in the group to like complete the mark?
I don't know about.
Anyway.
Let's start with Dre Axel before we start doing things to our own people.
Yeah. So he probably hears you talk. It's like, look, if that is the case, I'm not opposed to helping out. Like, I'm not a bad person. I do have ethics. Like, if someone in torment, I'm not just gonna find enjoyment in the torment. Like I said, the information that he has access to is concerning. I don't think he is now. I don't think he's going to do anything with it. But I'm concerned about what learning that has kind of set in motion. Do other people know? I've been now targeted by the leader of a world tree? And I think I'm okay in hell, but I don't know who has connections there and what that looks like, and
You may be able to ask him.
the leader of hell?
No, Dre Axel, whether or not he told anyone.
I mean, yeah. The root of the thing is like, if we're talking about helping Dre Axel the person, I'm not 100% opposed to it. There are some risks with that. It just depends on if we know where the information is coming from, and then who else in the vicinity of the taiga knows as well. And that's why I haven't been necessarily too keen on going to civilization, because you never know what spies, what assassins are there waiting, because I don't know the reach of the information. So that's honestly sorry. One of the reasons why I wasn't too gung-ho meeting new people, because I never know their intentions. Like I said, the longest person that I've been with consistently is Graz and Anth, and I don't know the rest of it. I'm trying to fill space, by the way, out of character, because Sammy's having like a hardcore conversation over there, and I'm seeing like faces and all that. I'm going, oh shit,
You're
oh
good.
shit,
You're
oh
good.
shit.
You're good. I just came to my thing, so if you want to keep going, feel free. If not, no worries.
No, that's
Sammy effect. The Sammy effect has a real world application. Okay.
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see him like pointing and talking about it and like doing that kind of stuff, and like, I just don't know enough. And yes, Graz, I do have impulse control issues, but it's kind of what got me here in the first place. It's the only thing that's been kind of keeping me alive since.
That's fair, and I respect that. I just worry that specifically in hell, we're in a worse position than we normally are, and so if just maybe take like 5 seconds to think about something before you do it.
I always give 5 seconds. All my decisions have gotten 5 seconds. Yeah,
maybe
no,
10
that's...
seconds, maybe 20 seconds. Maybe you say what you're thinking about doing, and then we all, can be like, hey, bro, that sounds like a good idea, or maybe you shouldn't do that.
I mean, I'll try, but old habits die hard.
That's fair. But yeah, sorry for zoning out for a little bit there. Higher, I would love to read that page.
Going from like zoning out to being like, hey, let me see that page. You see Pyre gonna get a like, How to explain why?
It is, sounds like it's important. Sounds like it's information that could potentially help us.
Do you speak oh shit, what's the language? I don't think we've ever talked about this. Do you speak Celestial?
I do.
Thank you so much for those gifted subs. You're
Interesting,
awesome.
interesting. Interesting that you could hear. Interesting.
What?
I want to take a look at her hand right now, Sensei.
Mm-hmm.
Is her hand glowing? Like, was it glowing?
Her, like, oh,
The
not
mark.
Gotcha. Like, is the mark gone?
No,
glowing.
glowing. Because
Okay.
earlier when shit was hitting the fan, and she had to do certain things, the mark was acting funny. Is that mark acting funny right now?
It is acting pretty funny. It's writhing with shadows right now, and it
Good.
does not look
I'm
like
gonna-
it does not look like a happy writhe. It is not happy at all.
Well, that's gonna be good because I'm gonna turn and look over at Graz and say, for purposes, I think it's probably better that he keeps it in his full possession. I think we can trust him.
So you see, like, he's
I
starting to
definitely-
like. Okay.
No. I definitely think that he should hold on to it and keep it in his possession. I would just like to read it, because this is telling me not to.
This is telling me not. Yeah,
Ooh, Cross, didn't we just have a conversation about impulse control and decision making?
This is not
Chaos
impulse control,
driven.
my friend. No, this is not chaos. This is not whatever. This guy is a jerk. I do not care for him.
Wisdom
And if
saving
he-
throw, Gross.
You spoke out against him, and he's going, "What the fuck you talking about?" Or she,
Oh
they.
boy. You see his Graz for a second, your eyes are starting to writhe with shadows for just several seconds before you feel as if, or you guys watch for just a moment, it's only several seconds, as Graz begins to start reaching out towards Pyre's book. Something happens and then you just wake out of it, Graz.
And that's why I would like to read it. I think that it's important.
Cross,
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to let you read it because I'm a seeker of knowledge. I just need to remind you.
Excuse me, I retcon that. They weren't reaching over to grab the book, they were reaching over to grab the sword and getting ready to swing it at the book.
Oh. And be like, girls, just so you're aware, this page is the reason why I almost died. This is the reason why. Just to stress this point just a little more. This is the reason why I am no longer a fire genasi. I don't know what I am, but I miss that warmth that I once had.
I
just want to say my tongue's bleeding.
real quick clarification though, because I thought that because like Pyre had this page before he came on this journey, right? He
Yes,
turned
yeah.
astral when he asked the question about how, like, the steps to defeat the corruption, right?
Yes.
So how is the page?
Because I
Why?
learned the steps from the page and how Pyre is, he started advancing it. So the root cause of the reason why he's no longer Fire Genasi is because of this page. And the fact is that since he misses his home and misses who he used to be, he is hell-bent to make sure no one else has to go through that because he's already carrying that burden of the knowledge he learned. I may or may not have been thinking about all these explanations like 3 months ago because I knew at some point it'd have to come out.
You guys can outvote me, but I think giving her the page right now is a bad idea.
What about giving it to me? What?
Giving it to Anthony is a super bad idea.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Give it to the wild card, Sarthiel.
Oh God.
Give it to Zappy.
Okay.
Give it to Draxel. Yeah, just give it to Draxel. See what happens.
I'm now just making sure. Has like Pyre given like any kind of even vague explanation of what the page says, or just telling that it?
It was the steps.
Oh yeah.
That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
but like, has he shared it with everyone?
So to add
in-game?
on. Yeah, because they've. I'm pretty sure they mentioned that's where. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have at some point throughout the campaign. They've mentioned it, but also just to add on to it, Pyre isn't done reading it. This book doesn't just have, oh, it's only that information, that's it. There's more to it. They haven't been able to figure out the rest.
Yeah.
On the page, is it a book or is it a page? Is my wizard book what I stole, or is the page what I stole?
You stole the book.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's one thing. I have it written in the backstory as a page. That's why I'm kind of
okay.
like, wait a minute. Okay, that's fine.
It's easy. So basically, It was like you saw a page that had that bit of astral coloring, and when you saw that, I was like, huh, that's something. And then you realize that a lot of this entire book had also similar things, but the page itself was the, catalyst.
Okay, I got you. I wasn't sure how we came to that. So okay, cool.
All good.
So I need to protect the whole book and not just the singular page. Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Follow-up question. How did that deal with the replicative magic then? Because I duplicated the book.
Well, guess what? You have two of them now.
Oh, fucking.
Shit. I thought it was a page when I did that. I didn't
Granted,
think
you
it
could
was
just
the
always
whole-
burn it and then just only keep the one, but yeah.
So the one page is not burnable, but the book is.
No. You can burn it and all that stuff. You can get rid of it, and also you're an astronaut, so you can fucking rip that shit in half if you really want to, and burn it afterwards and send it to Sunday. But and you'll still have one extra, or you can just keep both as a backup. It's up to you.
Did I destroy both of them?
Yeah, you could, and then you learn nothing.
Oh, I thought it was like
Yeah.
you couldn't destroy the information. Okay. Alright. Didn't know that.
All good.
Then if no one knows I have a duplicate, I'm just not gonna tell them that I did that. So,
Like any of us know.
no, because Thorin was the only one else that was in with. So Tony knows, like I might have duplicated it.
Probably doesn't know what's inside
Thorn.
that book.
Yeah. So no one else knows I have a duplicate copy. Good to
Like,
know.
well, my mind's made up. I'm giving the book to Gross because he's got a duplicate.
Girls, what exactly is that voice telling you why not to read the book? Is it just saying don't read it, don't read it, don't read it, don't read it? Or is it, hey, this could have bad issues, don't read the book because you might die? Or
It hates whatever information that is, and then just keeps yelling and screaming at me. So you know what? She glares at her mark for a second, looks like she's maybe responding to it, then turns back to Pyre and says, okay, I will not.
I feel like giving her the
Give
book.
me the fucking page. Give me the page. Oof. Please, I would like to read this page.
oh, Graz, you see how I keep rolling twos? The dice don't want you to see the page at all. Because honestly, like as a player, I'm like this close to giving you the page.
I feel as a player, I also fucking hate it because I used my inspiration, and I am certain that this will go poorly for me. But I fucking hate this guy. And
Hey, Sensei. Before we continue, I don't know what my divination rolls are. Can I roll those right now?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Yeah, roll them again.
Yeah.
You had a 19 and 20 from the last one.
7 and a 3.
Well, I have a 7 and a 3. I think I used the 20, and I think I might have had the 19. I don't remember. No, but I long rested, so I had to re-roll them. So. Yeah.
So, Graz, are you asking for the book?
I'm probably gonna die. But yes.
Do you give her the
Just
book,
one sec.
Fire?
Just one second. Sensei, is Krufix the god of knowledge?
Yes.
Oh, no. Okay. So, this is something like none of you have seen. Pyre's gonna find the Is the statue of Krufix in here?
Yep.
He's gonna go and, like, sit before the statue with the book in hand. And, like... And sit there and go, and just kind of send a, like, talk to Krufix and, like, pray to him and be like, you gave me the second chance to gain the information and the knowledge I know. You've told me to follow Graz to accomplish the mission. Is this the time to show and let people gain the knowledge I have gained?
Oh, Rufix as well. You want to see high? You hear a cacophony of voices entering into the likes of your mind, Pyre. Them all screaming, vying for favor, vying for someone's will and attention for a moment. You hear hundreds, if not thousands, of no's. But in the likes of each and every one of those screams, those cries, one sticks out, and you hear a definite yes, it is time. As it's immediately sort of shrouded and just bombarded with more screams about.
So, Sensei, having to, on the mountain, had Krufix, like, talk to me and, like, guide me, is it kind of the same feeling when I hear that voice say yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
And Pyre's just gonna sit there and go, Krufix, let your will be done. He stands up, walks back, takes one deep breath, and hands Graz the book.
Graz, make a wisdom saving throw.
And as he's doing,
go ahead.
Yeah, just as he's doing it, he goes, "I'm being told that it's information that needs to be given."
If you look over, and you as well, Sarthiel, you look over as Graz's eyes begin to get taken over for a bit. You see her reaching for the likes of her massive sword, getting ready to grab the book and just slice it directly in half as Pyre is getting ready to hand it over towards her.
As a reaction, can I see this happening?
Yes, everybody can see this happening.
So the question is, if I see her starting to slash for the book, can I use, like, Misty Step to prevent it from getting hit?
Yes, you can. If anybody else is trying to stop her from slashing at it, you can, but you see as it's getting handed to her, something is beginning to guide her arms and wrapping it, enveloping it with shadows. You see as Graz is in the process of raising it above her head and swinging it down. Fire, you misstepping, or is anybody doing anything?
If no one does anything, I
my
Misty
shield
Stepping.
out in front of that shit.
You can, alright. So, if you put up the likes of the shield to block the blow, Pyre, you try to Misty Step. Anth, what are you doing?
I was thinking that to wake her up from that trance or whatever it's going on, it's time to use heat metal on that sword that Ross is using to try and make it harder to do whatever something else is trying to make her do.
You got it. As you begin to do so, you begin to slowly start. I'll go ahead, Pyre, if you're trying to say something.
If you heat metal, she has to make a Constitution saving throw to hold on to the sword.
Yep.
That being said, and as you begin to
Love it.
Inflame and begin to start burning more and more of the metal across Constitution saving throw. At Pyre, you can teleport and cast Misty Step.
First time she wants to roll low.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, that is a fail. You will have to drop the weapon as it begins to start burning and searing into your palms.
Oh, no.
As this happens, you just look over and you see as... Oh, this is going to be a funny one.
So, since she
Alright,
didn't
Ross,
actually cut the
You
book...
drop your great sword. You pull out your long sword. The one time of having an arsenal being a very, very bad thing. That said, you're able to at least stop the likes of the strike from this case, Anth. As this happens, Pyre, Ulf is sort of holding her back. Anth, you were able to at least stop her from even swinging from the first place. With that, between all of you, you're able to at least prevent her from slashing at the book. Pyre, or Sarthiel, what are you doing?
Just watching at this point, I think. Can't really think of her doing anything.
What about you, Pyre?
Dread, do you wanting to do something, or...
Oh yeah, I want to do something. We gonna do this together, Pyre. I may need your rolls here.
So hold on. You want to hear my plan first? Some intelligent wizard decided to pick up polymorph. Now the thing about polymorph is you don't technically lose your ability to speak or languages, but you keep all your mental stats, but your physical stats are altered. So realistically, if this thing is trying to destroy it, we just turn her into a turtle, use the divination to make her fail, and then just open the book, and the turtle can read the book, and therefore the shadow guy has nothing that it can do.
You don't even have to turn. You don't even have to turn her into a turtle because they only speak languages that turtles speak, which is none. I've got a better plan.
Right, but don't you keep the languages when someone's polymorphed? Like, not like being able to speak, but being able to comprehend.
You look over, you see as the shadows beginning to envelop the likes of Graz are beginning to start to envelop the likes of the sky above, infesting the likes of the stars and more. As this is happening, you look over Pyre and you see as... Well, I mean, if you want, you can always just show her the page, but if you get her within anywhere closer to this thing, she is definitely taking it and ripping it to shreds.
I got a better idea. For the second time, Graz.
I've been waiting.
For the second time, Graz. Gotta find it. Gotta find it. It's in here. Where is it at? Why are my stuff not in here? Oh, there it is.
Whole person.
Oh boy.
Let me read this fucking book. Let me
Do
read
you-
it.
It is paralyzed.
Yeah, they're paralyzed and all that.
She succeeds, but they're
I assume
more
you as the player are
using
fine with
magic.
this if they force you to reroll. So, alright, inspiration, go for it one more time. Roll
Wait.
a wisdom saving throw.
So-
Gross.
Oh wait, what?
Wisdom saving throw, Gross.
Ah.
11.
Oh,
That will fail. Or were you trying to use portent?
No, it's fine. Inspiration is fine. I was just wondering if that was like.
Well, I was saving my inspiration for the other thing. I wasn't gonna ask her to use my inspo.
Graz, as you begin to get paralyzed, you see as you begin to freeze over for only several seconds. You notice as Ulfid, you're able to freeze her in place. You only got several seconds before she tries to make the saving throw again. Pyre, are you trying to show it to her?
Yeah, but at this point, yeah, he's gonna come open and just start like opening pages and just like slowly flipping them, so she can like comprehend. Because she can read Celestial, so it's just.
As this is said and done, Roz, your eyes begin to start manifesting and changing, shifting from that sort of black smoke to more of an astral clouded smoke. It surrounds you for a moment before you see visions. Begin to speak in celestial tongue, and as you speak in celestial, you all see the visions of what she is describing. Now, at an earlier level, you would have not been able to read this, but as the keepers have mentioned multiple times, the soulbound have grown stronger and, grown stronger, and as they have grown stronger, their ability to perceive and understand the truth hidden away is now a bit easier. The World Tree. Ragnarok. It begins there. Up in the sky, with each break, with each crack, each tear, each rift, each change in night to day, the cycle grows closer. But a cycle, or before the cycle arrives, war comes first. Astral deities, or not deities, but astral figures, dragons themselves, begin to pour into the realm of Vodin. Leading the charge themselves, you notice as an individual, an astral figure with a black star on their form begins to arrive. You see as in this vision, this omen, they burn away the tops of the World Tree. Bits of individuals from the flaming cities to the watery cities to even that of the caustic cities begin to burn away, tearing at the seams as they drop down to the ground, plummeting to their demise. Looking towards the tree, you see as it begins to turn astral entirely, as their throne, the astral dragon's lair, is formed. You see as the final crack, the final tear, the final break, the land before you begins to plummet from the sky. That land, not for no reason. It is the land of the next cycle. Make an intelligence check, all of you.
The one.
Zah, 24.
24, 15, 18. Higher. These talks of cycles and more. You see as the newest cycle begins to fall onto each and every one of you. Before you realize, the newest cycle falls on top of us. And what's below? Begin to think for a moment. Looking around at all you've sort of seen throughout your travels. Obelisks, ruins, buildings destroyed and about, covered in destruction and warfare. I mean, to think. You're standing on the other cycles, placed on top, one after another. Think about it further. Think about what Atlas had mentioned before. A Forbidden City.
Forbidden City.
Highly advanced, highly technological, and more. Buried in the ground. With all its secrets below. Whether it be from the likes of the snow, the valley, or even that of the sands. You see as all the information that you seek simply been below you the entire time. The first cycle, and all of the individuals a part of it, all of the corpses, all of the beings and more, you fight every single day with Nazgul specialty and more. You'll notice as the page begins to stop for a second as the rest of the text begins to slowly fade. But one thing that you see is that he still remains. That is it. It doesn't say a name past that, as the bits of astral language you're not able to read past that, Graz, with the black star and translate it. But that information is yours to tell, convey, or whatever you want to do, as eventually the black clouds begin to slowly dissipate and fade, as it's already too late.
So what I heard out of all that is the one that Graz is being controlled by is a dick, and is the one that is causing the cycles to continue. And then the second thing I gleaned from that is that the previous information is buried underneath us. So like the lost cities and lost ruins and all that with other information are still there. We just got to find and basically excavate it.
Did you remember? Also, let's learn another thing. What individual was seeking a forbidden city or seeking the likes of a specific place to find it?
Atlas.
Yeah.
No.
And Greythrost.
Not Greythrost.
Karos?
Aros.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Is there anything I missed in that, like, quick, like, that's what I took from it?
Out of game, none of this is just to sort of feed to your theories and all that sort of stuff, right? And this is why it's hilarious. So, this will make you angrier or whatever. This is pretty funny. So, out of game, another group is trying to go to the Forbidden City and more. However, they need information to get to the Forbidden City. And they need us that information from a certain Yanti priestess. Problem is, they can't get a hold of them or get in contact with them to even be able to convey this information or let them know any of this. Well, there is one way to meet up.
He screams far, far away.
At the challenge
Tournament, yep.
tournament. Ducky's throwing things across the room. That's why I wanted to get together.
All right. Normally, I say what other people want to do, but I think at this point, Ulf has had enough of this bullshit. And either he's chopping hands off of fucking Graz, or we're doing other shit, and we're not chopping hands off of Graz anytime soon. So we're fucking doing shit. And at this point, if y'all want something quick, or if y'all want something, you better do it quick, because we're moving this forward real quick. Because Ulf at this point is just like, fucking goddamn fucking starting bullshit.
So Graz, how's that voice talking to you now?
Definitely
That
silent.
talking to me. Wonder why.
Pyre looks over at Ulf and goes, "Hey Ulf, I think it's time to figure out why I was needed. Apparently,
Yeah. No. So
looking at
Ulf
the other black star in the group.
yeah. Ulf is walking over to Cephik here.
Mm-hmm.
And
You still feel like you got darkness in you, huh?
Yeah, it's getting worse by the minute. Fuck.
Good. Come with me. As like
Good. What?
he's not like ripping him up, but he's very firmly like grasping him and like, for lack of a better term, dragging his ass over to Pyre.
What the heck? What? Oh, I can walk myself. What's up?
I'm tired of dealing with, as he points towards Graz, tired of dealing with this shit.
Me too, bro. Me too.
Look,
Oh,
Sefik,
it's
I
not
have
her
an
fault.
honest question. I'm aware. I'm just in character. I'm not mad at Sammy at all.
I know.
So as far as Sefik goes, he's gonna look at him. If we had a way to be able to cleanse you, how would you feel about that?
Define cleanse.
You feel like you have darkness in you? What if we had a way to possibly be able to get rid of that?
Well, I mean, yeah, get this shit off of me.
So, out of game, I
But
also have another
how
question.
exactly? More so, they look over, and they kind of take a defensive stance. More so, defensive stance for like in front of the Yeti.
Yeah, because the last time I freaking chopped off his hand, right? I understand that he's you in your cycle, were you able to figure out that, as he points towards the white mark, these have the power to heal?
To an extent, yeah.
I was able to commune with gods not of my own. I asked them for help to keep you alive, and she pointed out higher in that mark. Now, I'm going to assist here, but if you truly want to get back to your old self and you don't want to have to deal with this darkness anymore, you're going to have to trust me. And you're going to have to trust Pyre.
What exactly you want? So let me get this straight. You're trying to use the white mark to
Cleanse
of this. Do you know what? CZ looks over and he's conflicted, more so thinking of like, okay, well, if this happens, what's that going to mean?
It's worth the chance. You say that you are a danger to us by having this. Apparently Graz has walked over, so Graz, I'm gonna look over at Graz.
Are you
Graz
sure
is
you're gonna want to
also
try to?
apparently a danger.
You sure you're gonna want to try to do this? I've already done some terrible shit with that fucking mark. Trying to cleanse it further is probably gonna, I don't know, jumpstart something. I've already had my time and I've already failed. No point in wasting it on me.
I'm not here to tell you to do it any one way or the other, but Pyre did use that mark on me, and I don't know if there are effects that I've been missing, but it didn't feel like anything major changed with me, for what it's worth. And he backs up.
Out of game, I'm pretty sure my DM is warning me that I'm about to cause a world in the event. I'm feeling a little like Pyre right now.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm feeling a little bit like Pyre right now, but actually, no, not even Graz. Sammy has been calling me a Chaos Gremlin for the past 2 months, and it's time to prove her right.
So Sensei,
you know what? She wants to give me that label. I'm going to use that label.
So Sensei, I've already done it once. Pyre is like out of his depth in his knowledge, He's go back over to the statue of Curfix. Just be like, I trusted you then, and I need to trust you now. Like, is this what needs to happen to continue to gain the knowledge from those past?
Same sort of occurrence and scene plays out. Eventually, out of the many no's and screams of cries of pain, you hear one yes. One yes that stands out, begins to ring into your brain, echoing across.
Pyre's gonna walk over to Dre Axel, go stand in front of him, goes, look, I don't hate you at all. I don't have a hatred for what you have done or what you will do. Mine was to protect the knowledge that that you had gained or been forced upon you, and taking from my companion Ulf here. Doesn't matter what you have done or what you will do. Everyone has the right to be redeemed.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
And I'm gonna try to like reach out and use my mark on Dre Axel.
But I've already betrayed everybody. I've already caused all this bullshit in the first place. You're the reason why y'all are here anyways. This is...
As far as I'm concerned, you were under someone else's control for a large part of that.
And you do want to help, right?
Yeah, I've always wanted to.
If you want to help, that's what matters.
This next part, you have to make the choice. We cannot make it for you. Now, I'm saying this for two different reasons. Out of game. Reason number one, because we were told that he has to make the choice, and she asked whether or not it was going to be his choice. And I'm not forcing anybody to do this. Number two, Sensei, my character sheet is messed up. Apparently, like, half my spells didn't fucking, or quote unquote, didn't port over correctly. I'm not sure why.
I can just report it. Yeah.
There is one spell in particular that I'm going to use. Now, this is why I didn't want to use my inspo for Graz earlier.
All good.
Let me see. It's porting over now.
Yeah. You know, like 10 seconds.
Yep. There's one thing that paladins are able to do that I'm going to be using to assist Pyre in this endeavor. There it is.
I think we probably need to convince Dre Axel before we go too far, because it seems like he's still apprehensive about his ability
that's
to
fine.
be redeemed. Yeah. Just
And
thought
that's
I'd
fine.
throw that out there.
But I will be using a particular spell
I know what it is.
that I think is very fitting.
Oh, by the way, I would give Bardic Inspirations Pyre just in case.
Thank you.
I'm going to go all out with this if he agrees. I'm going to proceed to use Ceremony.
Well, that's a great spell. I love that spell.
On top of Ceremony, while giving the Ceremony, I'm going to reach out to the gods again. So I will also be using the Emissary of the Gods, or the Emissary of Peace, reaching out for them for their help. All while Pyre is trying to do this. I'm going full-blown redemption mode.
Redemption, man.
As long as he can...
You'll see as Drax will begin to look over and say, I just want this to be done and over with. I didn't ask to be here, but I'm sure as hell gonna fight to get out. He will kind of hold over to where the sliced off arm and hand is and kind of hold it out towards Pyre. That being the same hand where the black star originally was.
Just to try to make this happen even more, I know that he just got Bardic Inspo. How many creatures? 3 creatures?
I'd probably give it to Draxel as well.
I am. Me, Draxel, and Pyre. All with Bless. And with Ceremony.
What's that?
Atonement.
Yep.
No, it's
Make the... Well, here. First thing, make the insight check for me for Atonement.
I think it's supposed to be Draxel who does that one, but...
Nah, it's, you gotta make the, insight check.
Okay.
So I have to make it?
Nah, Ulf does.
Okay, good, because I only have a +2 to
Unwilling.
insight.
Oh, I make it. This is good. Alright, well, this is why I wanted this is why I wanted the inspo. Okay.
Shit, should have given you Bardic Inspiration.
Well, you do have Bardic... I'll allow it. You can give Ulf Bardic Inspiration.
It's a
hell
D8 now, right?
Yeah. What do you say to Ulf to kind of help him out, though?
I would, if I can just flavor it, kind of giving the Bardic Inspiration to Pyre and Ulf at the same time, kind of do it.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like we are finally starting to really save the world. Kind of feel like this working as a team is a good thing.
Working as a team. Who would have thunk that's a good idea?
Alright,
Oh, Zappy!
here we go.
Pick off the rolls.
One more time. 'Cause, if you want to use your inspiration, I assume you kind of want to use your inspiration.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna go for the highest roll to begin with. 13's the highest roll. Alright.
You got your
I'm
1d8.
using the Bardic. Yeah, I'm using the Bardic. Come on, Bardic.
Can you use the Bless on that? No?
Yeah.
I have to roll a 4
Oh.
with the Bless.
Alright, I'll give you roll. Roll the d4.
Come on, God. I'm literally 1 point. Does anybody have 1 fucking point to help me out here? Just 1 point.
I don't suppose we can.
Could I attack the ground and do an inspiring cry?
Hold on. This is an ability check, right?
Yes, as an
Oh
ability
no, it's
check.
for saving throws. Shit, never mind.
Wait.
Does someone have like an aura or something?
Oh wait, never mind. You had a 7 and a 3, not a 10.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to.
Everybody's
gotta
looking
find
at
something,
everybody's
bro.
looking like,
I gotta find
what do I
something.
got?
I don't suppose
mean-
we can override this roll
Sen-
with anything like DM system.
Sensei, I've got a proposition. You know, inspiration is a reroll. If I give up my inspiration, can we just get a +1? Because it's taken a way less benefit to give up the inspiration to make this work than to have a reroll.
Let me think for 2 seconds. I want all your inspo.
Can't. All right. Yeah.
That's
Does it include all
What
kinds of
inspo?
inspos?
I want all your inspos.
Also
Our
the DMs.
current inspos or all the inspos for the rest of the campaign.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh, I'm not that evil. Whoa there!
Yeah, fuck
Hey,
Drax, fuck.
hey, we're talking about wheeling and dealing here. We have to make sure the terms are defined.
Okay.
That
If,
All
if
your
we're going to do
inspirations that
that,
you have right now, currently as a party, I want all of them.
does that include DM's inspiration?
Yes.
At that point,
Okay.
whoever has DM's inspo might as well just
Yeah.
use it.
You can't use.
Yeah,
Typically, you can't use inspiration on a roll that's already used inspiration.
Yeah, I was thinking like that. I would have
What
liked
about
to
DM's?
override
What about
that, but-
DM's inspo on the D8?
Actually, that actually does work. that actually does work.
Do we want to gamble
you can
that?
actually use
I asked-
inspo on the D8 or
It's
the D4.
your guys'. It's your guys' choice.
it's
There's
literally like a 50-50 shot that we get a higher number at this point.
Yeah.
Pretty close, or we just give it to them. It's your choice.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, if
I don't
we
know
use
who
D,
has DM's info.
yeah,
Choice.
if
I'm
we
not. I'm
use-
not trying to ask anybody else for. their DM's info.
I have one DM inspo, and it's up to everyone. Like, do we want to bet it on the D8 or do we just go
The
for the
dice.
+1?
The dice will tell the best story. That's all.
You're
I
gonna
can say,
lose.
and that's why I won't
You're
do
gonna lose
anything.
DM's inspo either way, right?
Yeah,
So here's
yeah.
my argument. You're gonna lose DM's inspo either way. We can guarantee it, and everybody else loses their stuff. But the rest of the group has to agree because I've used all my inspo, so I've got no skin in the game. Like, if the rest of the group wants to guarantee it, but I will tell you, Rick, because you have DM's inspo, which is highly, highly powerful, you have veto option.
Yeah.
Wow. And I assume the D8 has to be used as a DM's inspo or does
Yep.
just an inspo? Yeah.
If that's what you got, then yeah.
If you're gonna lose it, my personal opinion, if you want to use it, just guarantee the success and call
Yeah,
it a day.
I'm down for the guarantee. I'm fucking D8. It's probably gonna be a fucking 1. But it's a,
Or, I mean, well, you can roll the D8 or the D4, one or the other. Any
Oh,
dice
the
involved.
D8 would have better success though.
yeah, fuck the D4. Like that's a.
The
It would-
D4
it-
has
Yeah,
way worse
I'm-
odds.
My vote is for guaranteeing the +1, but
Yeah.
But you don't want
I'm
to
fine
leave it
with
to
that.
chance.
Fire,
You don't want to
Fire,
leave it to
are
chance.
you okay with losing the Bardic inspo?
Oh, you already. Oh, never mind.
Or he
Oh, does
hasn't,
the
I
Bardic
have.
inspo go with it too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bardic inspo and the DM's inspo is going away.
All inspiration is gone, or you can leave it up to
Alright.
RNG, fate, chance, in a game of D&D.
So the thing is I have Chat inspo, Bardic inspo, and then Anth has DM's inspo.
Sensei, okay, here's my question for it. Can we? all right. Can
We're wheeling and dealing
I
out here.
Yeah, you gotta try. You gotta try, right?
Yeah. No.
I used my my emissary of peace to reach out to the gods, right?
Okay. Alright.
And we use that to lower the DC by 1.
Sure, but you gotta re-roll everything.
Oh, don't do
Oh,
that.
fuck.
Don't do that.
Oh,
Oh, that can go real bad real quick.
Tell you what.
It could.
I'll have it where you lower the DC by 2. 2's a good number, but you re-roll everything.
It's up to you guys.
reroll
Okay,
everything.
okay.
Like
The
Hold
dice
on,
won't,
I'm running
the dice won't,
stats.
That's all I can say. Oh my
I'm-
god.
I'm-
Ryan's running stats.
I'm running stats here a second. So on the D20 we have a 50-50 shot. Okay, so for it to go right, we have to hit a 10 or higher. So it's about technically 55. But then we have a 50-50 shot on the D8 for it to roll higher, and if it rolls lower. So technically if it rolls lower, we're not gonna be out of luck. But the D4 is like on the top end of the range. So like we're running some decent odds that rerolling everything is gonna go in our favor. But it only takes one of those rolls to go real bad, aka the D20, to screw us over.
Can we, if we do the rerolls, can we use inspirations on that roll?
No.
I used inspo on the first original D20. Do I at least get that advantage on that original 20?
You didn't get advantage, you just used inspo.
Okay, sure. But I'm saying, do I get inspo again on that original D20 if I'm re-rolling everything?
No. You guys are
Alright,
like
guys.
trying to figure out a way to be like, if
I
I run
really
it this
am.
way,
I really
maybe I can use inspo twice. It's like,
I really
no.
Okay, let's put it this way. The last time we cowabunga'd was fighting the
She really is in. She really is.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But
Smiling.
when we fought the corruption devourer. So
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
the stakes are not as high here. Because we're not gonna face cosmic death.
No.
Not all of us.
So I would hate to give up all those resources. Like honestly, I
Let's just
hate
see
to
what
You would hate to
This
give.
is-
I would hate to give up DM's
Also-
inspo as well.
Just remember,
Yeah.
this is just to see if Sephic gets redeemed or not.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that we know of, like that. That's
But we also do know that this is ultimately what we're probably going to have to do with Vitalia and a whole bunch of other really, really powerful people. So
Yeah.
yeah. I vote for a fucking reroll everything.
Okay. Okay. If that's his vote, he has the power. Since he has DM's inspo, and that's super powerful, I feel like he should have the power to veto.
Yeah.
So if that's his vote, then I
100%.
guess we're re-rolling. Does everybody agree with that?
100%.
Oh, man. Alright, here's what we
It
got.
can't go so bad.
So here's what I need
It
you to
can.
do. We're gonna do this the fun way. Alright.
Oh no.
We're gonna play the advanced version of rollies, but not really. Alright. Ulf, roll your d4.
We're doing it in reverse.
Oh,
That's oh.
Squeezing super hard.
You.
this is
You're
horrible.
a
This
jerk.
Oh, we're off to a great start. That's a big one. Alright.
real quick, you know how we talk about the Seven Souls experience? You're finally getting it, man. This is it.
Oh no! Alright, roll a d8. The dice want what the dice want.
All right, so we need to roll 5 or higher on the D8. Just saying that out loud. We're fucked.
Welcome to Seven
oh
Souls.
my
Oh, man.
fucking god!
Welcome,
What the hell?
welcome to the game.
Oh man.
Oh yeah!
Oh my god, that's him! That's him! That's a 21! Holy
I didn't think about it. I just fucking clicked it. I was like,
fuck this cowabunga. So a 1, a 1, and then just comes in with the 21 from God.
Now, the first 2 rolls come me sweating.
My soul just left my body, man.
you know that pins and needle feeling that I had at the end of the other battle? I just got that back, bro.
Needles.
Oh my god. You look over, and as this begins to happen, you see as Sephic's form begins to completely change and shift for a moment. You just look over and this sort of, how you say, judgmental, kind of concerned, always sort of scheming and planning kind of look and expression they have on their sort of face, looking down on you all as if they're better than you to some degree. You see as it all begins to sort of shift and change. Higher, do you begin to try to use the mark?
Yeah.
As you do so, you see as Sephic's hand begins to slowly reform. You notice as the arm that was frozen, or the little stub that was sort of frozen over, begins to regrow, begins to almost shine with an astral light for a moment. As it begins to do so, Sephic has an astral hand or an astral arm before stars begin to explode out from it. And you look over. You see as Sephic's hand is reforged. You look over. He looks towards his palm. There is no star. There is no mark. There is nothing. You see as he shifts and changes, looks towards you all, and says, "Thank you." Wait, where? Holy shit. Huh. I can... Once there's quiet. There's no voices, no nothing. I don't hear anybody. No dreams, no memories that aren't mine forming. Gone. You'll see as he looks towards each and every one of you. And then he's gonna just rush over and bring Pyre in for a hug as his alignment changes from lawful evil to lawful good. Back to his original alignment.
Redemption, motherfuckers!
You're free, bro! You're free!
And sees the light.
Sensei, I don't know what you had planned for this session, bro, but
Not bad.
fucking
Why do I feel like he's just had this plan forever, going like, just one day, maybe one day they'll get to it.
honestly, I think he thought that we were gonna kill him a few episodes ago, and he was never gonna have to deal with him again.
I'm not gonna lie, I was going to kill him, but you guys were like, hey, hold up. Listen, Linda, listen.
Listen.
You'll see as this individual looks over, begins to say, wait, hold on. That means, shit, that means if I'm free from this place. You'll look over as they begin to grab a book and they begin to start flipping through a couple of pages and tomes before their hand stops at one sort of thing. Let me make sure I got this right.
Lore! Worth it.
Beer!
No, not that one.
Lore! I love lore.
All the lore.
All the lore.
No,
We're
got
gonna-
the
Power of
fucking
friendship.
thing.
We're gonna have valuable information for everyone else now.
I'll have to look at it. You'll see as
Although now you have to worry about my overdue library books now.
That's true. That's okay. That was.
Ants, tell me you were broadcasting this to the world right now.
If we can go back and do that, yeah, sure.
probably not, to be honest. I'm
It's
sorry.
open up the retron. Rejoice! We brought one at the back! We finally cleansed him of the evil!
Trying to sound like a TV evangelist. Just pointing that out there.
Shit. Fuck, it was worth a shot.
What is it?
I thank Hannibal, but also kind of curse your friend. I thought it would be that easy, but apparently not. Yeah, there's a spell capable of shifting, well, from location to location. Thought I'd be able to, finally cast it or learn it, but sadly, let's just say spread myself a little too thin when it came to where to focus on. basically saying he was looking to cast a spell like Plane Shift or Teleport to see if he can get himself out of Voden, or see if he can bring people outside of him with Voden, but he got fucked by multiclassing.
Does
Oh,
he
I'm gonna-
have that information?
Yeah, he just opened up the book. I was gonna be like, Pyre, you mind taking a look at this shit, bro?
Straight up, Crossmas could be like, Pyre likes learning things.
I like plane shift. I like the idea of potentially learning plane shift. I like that a lot.
Yeah, but the thing is, y'all are still bound. Even if you figure out a way to plane shift and shit, then you're just gonna be hunted down.
Bounce. We need to know it.
If he plane shifts, he can plane shift our ass to the tournament. We can finally start getting around.
Yeah. Except I don't think plane shift is like 7th level spell, which doesn't come till level 13. But, anywho.
You know what?
No, that's another thing that we're looking at. Not plane shift. They can't cast plane shift ever.
You know what I mean.
Also,
Well, no,
being
it was
hunted?
just for clarity.
yeah, being hunted would be the first time, right?
You want to be hunted by an astral fuck with a gun or some shit? Probably not.
Oh, we already did.
We
Yeah,
already
I thought
did.
that was already going on.
He shot us.
Did you
What
did
are
you
you guys
win?
talking about?
Yep, disconnected our souls from our bodies, and we actually right here in this very arena, we reconnected them with the help
that's
of
great.
some other soulbound.
Did you win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, did you beat him?
Well, in the game of life, yes, but not against him.
No, we didn't
Oh.
beat him all the
Yep.
way, but we.
We didn't beat him. We
Yeah,
got
I'll be
shot
honest with you.
by
I'm sorry.
him.
That actually just won't do. Yeah, that won't do much of anything.
That's what I thought.
As in, you're just gonna get shot again. That's whole sort of
Yeah.
process is gonna get. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. We were told that this gunslinger dude and the rest of the Eclipse are gonna be coming in like a couple of months or something like that, so we have that to look forward to.
Well, here, hey, hey, keeper. Oh, sees he looks over and tries to yell out to him. The keeper does not respond. Seems as if they don't even hear them.
Oh.
Keeper Kaz?
Yes.
Oh. Did you not hear him asking for you?
They look over towards them. For he has no soul. He is not important in the grand scheme of things anymore.
Quick
Good.
question. When you say soul, would you call that soulless? Is that a phrase that or a term that you would use to describe?
You are lucky we are not on Voden right now.
That's exactly why I'm asking. I wouldn't have asked if we
Somewhat.
were there.
But they are not dead. Please refrain from asking any further questions about that.
Okay.
Hey, the fuck is he saying?
I have no idea.
Ah.
He's saying that
I-
you've been freed.
I can't fucking understand him. Okay, well, that's fine, I think. Here, could you at least sort of... hey, little Axel, can you sort of go over there for 2 seconds? We'll see as, we'll begin to speak Yeti and then begin to have them walk over. Look, y'all, I mean... I don't really want to take them into hell. In fact, if I could, I would rather sort of not necessarily go into hell myself, but hey, if I gotta do it and I gotta do it to help y'all, then I'll do it. But could you ask possibly the keeper if Axel can kind of stay here?
Do you want him to stay here in the arena, or ask if he can be transported back to the taiga?
I doubt if he could transport him back to the taiga, but more so to just stay in the arena where I know it's safe. Even then, the taiga is still dangerous. The arena, it's more contained, you know? Definitely a lot better than hell.
Yeah.
The only
I can
worry
ask
I
him.
have is that we don't know exactly if anyone else has been here. If anyone else visits this arena.
Even better.
Out of game, he ain't gonna starve to death being here, is he?
No.
I guess my next question would
'Cause
be...
that was, well, technically Navro doesn't need to eat, but yeah.
I guess my next question would be, where do you want to go? Or do you want to stay here with them?
Ideally, I'd love to sort of stay here with them to make sure that, you know, they're okay and everything, but if I need to help out with y'all in hell, then, I mean, I'll do it. But if I had a preference, it'd probably be here.
Okay.
Maybe then I could, I don't know, watch over Frost Maiden's statue, see if anything's going on. Here, actually, I can fucking do this now without having to worry. You know the, Ascendant spell, right?
I don't think I have it.
No.
I have Ascending Stone.
Well, here, grab your little book of yours and fucking sit down so I can show you something.
Yes, knowledge. Sits immediately.
Alright, now let me learn you something. I'm kidding.
Boy, let me tell you what.
You're gonna learn today, boy.
Let me learn you something.
That's one of my favorite fucking southern sayings. Oh, now let me learn you something. So, you'll see as they begin to start looking to your book and then opening theirs and begin to start scribbling and sharing a bit of information. Here, it takes, you know, 10 minutes to closer to 30 minutes eventually, but they're talking and as they're kind of going about this.
Are we waiving material cost?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna literally provide you the material costs.
Okay.
Because they're giving you pieces of their book and more. But,
Okay.
and like all the inks and all that stuff. But they'll look over and say, here, I can sort of, I mean, regardless, you need to know this spell anyways. It's essential. But, if I was to sort of stay here, I can sort of watch out over the arena and all that sort of stuff, and then look over any of the gods and try to get you in closer contact with them if you ever need to, as well as let you know if anything's sort of happening with Batalia's statue. You said that she's, well, almost said that word again. Almost got me.
He's
But,
fighting off the darkness very valiantly.
Exactly. I was looking over at her statue there, and it wasn't looking too good. I can inform you of any updates just in case. Well, as if you end up finding something that can help out, I'll be able to let you know at least, hey, things are going well. And your choice is yours, but that's my preference. What do y'all think? Out of game, you can either have Cephik come along with you, or they can stay back and provide information and reconnaissance from the Arena of the Gods, and anything that's happening with the deities.
Cephik stays, in my opinion.
Yeah, stays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like, if it's their preference, then absolutely.
Information is good. I think we can hold ourselves, but information is what we lack.
Yeah.
Ben Roth,
What
you got a
about-
problem with that?
Yeah, Ben.
Sorry, what was that? Oh, if he stays, I don't really mind.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool.
That being said,
Yeah.
alright, just here, whenever you're kind of, I think I can probably do a couple things. Here, I saw something happening. I see as, Draxel kind of, look over it. Thank God I can finally fucking speak freely and think freely, thank Lord. Here, oh God, here we go. I tried. Hey,
You
can
tried,
you
thank
just
you.
say a prayer to Vitaly? Just a real quick one. I want to see something. He begins to start walking over.
Absolutely. Should I go over?
No. You stay over there. You stay over there. I got a theory.
Okay. Graz closes her eyes and says a little prayer to Vitalia.
Yep, easy enough. As you do so. Figured as much. You'll see as the statue begins to sort of start shining with a divine light for a moment. Yeah, so I figured it out. Whenever y'all are sort of saying prayers and shit to your deities and such, I can kind of see it happening here. I might be able to assist in connecting you to said deities whenever you want to commune with them, for bits of knowledge and all that sort of stuff. It ain't much, but hey, if you ever need to talk to them or get a little bit of information out of them, I mean, I guess anything helps, right?
Anything helps. That would be incredibly helpful.
So, basically what this means, out of game, if Sefik stays here, the DC for 7 souls specifically to ever contact the gods is lowered from a 20 to a 15.
That's worth it.
Nice.
That is -5. That is better than advantage.
Yeah.
Yep. That's...
Sefik, I do have one question.
It's just like, I did that.
I was just thinking, you know, that means anything other than a nat 1, I automatically succeed.
Nice.
Oh, man.
There's only a 5% chance that I don't.
Go ahead, Gross.
And now you'll never roll anything above a nat 1 ever again.
Don't jinx it. Sefik, if you are going to be here, and feel free to say no, that would be totally okay. But you have that really neat sword that is icy and appears in your hand. And if you're gonna be here, I was wondering if maybe
Wow. Sammy's
somewhere, Ducky just had a conniption fit.
Maybe. I was thinking mostly because fucking Karos, we found that Frostbrand sword, and then Karos was like, oh, I could use a weapon because we don't have one, and we were like, okay, yeah, you don't have one, that's cool. And then he went through the portal 10 minutes later, and this whole time Graz has been like, I wish I had the fucking frost sword, man. I wish I had it. So now
sorry.
I just want to also mention the bat that oh, what's his face?
Oh wait. And then as they kind of do it,
yeah,
they toss you the sword and then
the vicious bat.
It disappears.
And look over. Yep, it disappears. As much as I would love
to. Gave it to him.
Sorry.
Gave it to him and then took it away.
I'm sorry. I thought it was just like sort of a little bit of a funny joke, bad joke.
It's you didn't know. It's okay.
I'll get. No, I'll be honest with you. I very much did. I just thought it'd be funny. Sorry, like I kind of like pledged my entire soul for this weapon. It's not really going anywhere. Sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. Did you when you pledge your soul to the Frostmate?
Yeah, I did. Use the sword, the axe, the daggers, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that shit. I had to do some fucked up shit for that. That is not going anywhere.
Okay, so you had to earn it. Okay.
And Graz looking for handouts?
Pretty sure we just went through a lot of shit to you know, yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
There were a lot of roles in this redemption arc.
There are a lot of roles, and Graz will get something. She's figuring it out. Sammy knows some things to do. Graz doesn't know what to do, and that's cool. So she's just gonna kind of smile and sigh, and turn around and say, "Keeper Kaz, would it be possible for the Yeti, whose name is Axel, and Sefik Caltro to stay here in the arena instead of come back with us to help?"
I suppose so, but I will have to take them through vigorous training and more. They weren't a soul, but they are... I can work something out.
As long as, Sefik, you're okay with that?
No, I mean... Yeah, besides, it gives me... I just want to make sure that Axel over there is, you know, safe. I don't think going and running through hell to fight demons and stuff is gonna be the safest sort of adventure.
I didn't. He said that he didn't want to fight and he wanted to stay with you, but he didn't want to be there, and I'm glad there's an alternative because I didn't want him to have to be there if he didn't have to.
Sensei, because I can't say this here, I am going to send you a deal.
Okay.
You can say anything to us. What
Let me
are
know when
you
you
talking
send it.
about?
Yep.
Cross will go over and give Axel a little pat, little headbutt,
Ask for a fist bump.
fist bump. Hell yeah.
It's his fist isn't fucking. It's the size of your goddamn head.
Yep. Gonna miss you, buddy. I know he can't understand me, but
Speaks Wookiee for a second.
Maybe casting tongues, Mick.
All right, sent it. I'm just taking a look around.
It wouldn't. Regardless.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
It wouldn't.
It was a thought.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So, that being said, you cast tongues on him.
Yeah.
As you cast tongues on the likes of the Yeti, you'll see as they'll begin to say, well, oh, wait. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. You can.
Oh my gosh, so cool again. So, yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this. Did you see what happened last time? There was that crazy sort of demon who was laughing, and it made me just want to rip its head off and then just sort of slam it into the ground. And I was like, whoa! And then I saw his head go splat, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I want to do that again. It kind of sucked anyway, so, yeah, I think he kind of deserved it. Yeah. And then the big land shark thingy? Oh my god, I could like wrestle that thing and just fight it. This place is awesome. Why would anybody leave?
unfortunately we have some errands to run, so we have to leave. But you can stay here with Suffolk, and you will be safe, and you won't have to go through the scary, terrible hell with us, and you won't have to hurt anybody, and we're gonna miss you, but I think you're gonna have a good time here.
Yeah. Also, if you ever want to fight again, then yeah, I'd love that. That'd be really, really cool.
As long as Suffolk says that it's okay, we might do that.
Hey, Anth, probably not right now, but, possible that... Oh, actually, I guess it's not really necessary, but... possible you could probably teach me that spell at some point. Not right now, but, eventually.
Yeah,
I can try. When there's time. When we don't have these pressing matters, well, in such place as hell, but...
Yeah.
Sure, I'll try to find a window to teach you that. Sure.
Alright. Well,
picking up Zappy, petting him, being like, it's okay. You know, fucking one day Ant will like that just as much.
We did use tongues on Sappy while you were gone, so he has had a chance to speak.
alright, well, it's not goodbye forever. I'll see y'all whenever you get back here. But, here, stop fucking around with me. Go do your old thing with hell and go rescue a goddamn god.
Yep.
I think, playing and talking with a Yeti or whatever is a little bit less pressing than, that.
That's
Sorry,
fair.
Axel.
I agree. Keep us informed.
Alright.
Yeah.
If you need anything, just shoot me a message. You know where I am. And if I get anything, then I'll let you know. Alright, get on out here.
As we leave, I'm just gonna utter one last prayer, and it's just a prayer of thanks. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not looking for a response. It's just a thanks.
Good enough.
Fire probably does the same, since this is
Yeah.
the most he's talked to Crewfix in like a week.
Yeah. Gross too,
The
except
answer you
she
get
said one
is
to
yes.
Vitalia and Tala.
I don't have light.
We definitely seven sold the shit out of this episode.
As you say, so you're about to say a prayer of Atalia and Tala. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pyre, you do that, and then Sarthio, you just joining the rest of the party. Big Newt on Discord.
Yeah.
Got it. Alright, good thing. And as you, Graz, are saying the likes of this prayer for a moment, Tala gives you a warm thanks. And Vitalia, you feel a cold embrace for a second before you see a vision for a moment. You see what seems to be a divine and celestial sort of place. You notice as Pegasus and more other divine creatures, angelic beings, and more are about. You get the sense that this is Valhalla for a moment. Make a perception check. 28. You look over and you see amongst all of these individuals, one person stands out, looks over towards you for a second through the vision. Shorter black hair and more built like a fucking ox. You see as individuals sort of drinking about, having the time of their life. You see Spike enjoying themselves with all the other Valkyries and more. The vision shifts and changes from the likes of Valhalla, heaven. And you see as it shifts and changes the underworld. Battle, fury, wrath. War rages on. And you see 3 individuals for a second in differing areas in this hellish domain. Winged and more. Armed with these horned helmets about. All female. You just hear 3 words.
Beware the Furies.
And that is where we will end today's session. As we look at heaven and we look at hell. I've said, oh good, oh dang, we just got raided in by Cardi Sideshow. God damn it.
Keep going. Time to keep going.
Right at the end.
Yeah. So,
yeah, keep going. Let the vision go for another 10 minutes. That's fine.
Yeah. So
Wasn't Rick supposed to leave for work at 1?
Yeah, it's I still have like 40 minutes. I fucked up the conversion.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I just don't want you to get fired. Like,
Yeah, no, I would have taken care of that.
So, thank you, Cardi Sideshow, for the raid. It is much appreciated. Sorry that we were ending session soon. We're gonna raid into one of the stream team in a bit, but to talk to the players. So, remember I said, yeah, there's bits of Norse mythology and all that sort of stuff, but
I heard.
what about a little bit of a little bit of Greek mythology? We have the likes of the Valkyries in heaven, and we have the Furies from hell. So this is gonna be fun. Oh boy, I can't.
What are
wait.
the
Real
chances?
interesting.
What are the chances that Sarthiel has fought in the Furies?
Oh boy. Well, oh goodness gracious, this is gonna be fun. Very, very much fun. All right,
What
I'm
are
gonna
the
break.
chance of player character becoming if you're?
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go break down stream and all that sort of stuff and get into raid. If you guys got to go anywhere, by all means go. But we'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll go dinner. Bye bye.
Yeah. Go.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. See you. All right, be right back. Okay, so, where is the thingy? Okay, there we go. So, thank you everybody for everyone who was able to tune in and to watch. You guys are freaking fantastic. Thank you guys so much for all the subs, the follows, the raids. Special shout outs to you, Carney, and more. You guys are great. That said, we are going to be live again tomorrow at, I believe, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So I will hopefully see you guys then. We're going to just raid into who we have live here. Is anybody on the stream team live? I don't think so. I don't think anybody's ever live on the stream team. Thank you. Oh boy, I'm gonna butcher this. Novicius? I butchered it. I am so sorry. But thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you. We don't have a stream schedule for Saturday, so I guess no raid today. All right, thank you guys again for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.